All right, good afternoon, Cashion Wildcat fans. It is state Class 2A semifinal action night as the Cashion Wildcats, ranked number 7 in Class 2A, taking on the 6th-ranked Amber Pocasset Panthers, and the Wildcats here live from beautiful Seminole Junior, I guess it's Seminole State College here in Seminole, Oklahoma. Beautiful facility here. I'm naming a Bobby, my man Mike Shaline. We're bringing you today's action as the Wildcats winners earlier over the number 2 ranked Octahaw Tigers. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a graduation here. So right now, in effort, in good sportsmanship, I'll say, Mike, and camaraderie here in Class 2A, we're going to be honoring some Ampo Panther baseball players as they're missing out on graduation today for baseball. And so we'll be honoring them here early today. We'll go ahead and get switched to the pitcher cam as the Ampo Panthers, and it looks like their superintendent looking sharp out there in his green tie. We'll be honoring, it looks like, 5 seniors here tonight. And it looks like there'll be a slew of baseball players and managers here. So we appreciate you guys joining us and celebrating a huge milestone in any kid's high school path or career path. Our first senior recognized is Ethan Gage Herrera. Looking sharp there. He's got his tassel on his baseball cap. I love that. Yeah, there you go, Mike. Let's go ahead and get that turned over there. Getting a nice round of applause there from his friends. Next honoree graduate, Jared Lee Jones. Jared getting a big hug from Coach Graham and the bunch. Our next recipient, our next graduate is Adriana Galache Martin. Galache, did I say that correct, Mike?
I think that's right.
All right. Love seeing that. I'm guessing baseball manager. She's looking sharp. She's got her heels on. Congratulations to those 3. Our next graduate, Drake Ethan Lyle Riley. Congratulations. And our last graduate here from Amber Pocasset, class of 2023, Boston Cooper, toe and tie. We've called his name quite a bit at catcher. He's got his gear on. What a way to go out your senior year at graduation in the state semifinals. All right, so congratulations to the 5 AMPO graduates as they move their tassels over to the left side. You have received your diplomas. You are no longer candidates, but graduates. You may now move your tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the newest graduates of Amber Pocasset High School. Thank you for helping us honor these graduates this evening. So standing ovation. Love seeing that. So congratulations to those guys in green and white. The Panthers down in southeast Oklahoma. They will be removing tassels and gowns for cleats and jerseys. But nice round there as the Wildcats will go ahead and head out to the field. So congratulations. Again, we appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV, powered by Squirtle.com. Neiman Bobby and my man Mike Shaline bringing the action. Mike doing a little play-by-play for us later today in Game 2 of doubleheader for the Wildcats. Wildcats winners earlier today over number 2 Octahaw. The Tigers go down 4-1 to the Cashion Wildcats on a hot sunny day, a humid day. It was a day of offense and defense, starting with our man Junior Chance Acord on the bump, was just fantastic. Had 7 or 8 strikeouts, was amazing, going six full innings where Cooper Frazee came in and shut him down in the 7th inning. Wildcats' bats were hot. They didn't get started, though, until the 3rd inning. The Wildcats putting up 2 thanks to our man Junior Derek Shaline. Derek with a hit that drove in 2 runs for the Wildcats to kind of break loose the scoring drought in the 3rd inning. In the 5th inning, the Wildcats turned it up after giving up 1 in the 5th. They got 2 back in the 6th, and then again, it was just a great day. Cooper Frazee started off. We had a great leadoff bunt a nice bunt by Chance Acord, moving my man Cooper Frazee to 2. And then was it Cotter that ended up
intentional walk?
Yep.
And then Derek got a big smile and said, hey, if you're going to walk him and get to me, let's do something about it. And
he did.
Found a hole. So
it was fantastic. So, Mike, welcome back. So we apologize. You know what happens when we head out into the elements. Right. Technology doesn't always want to, follow us. So we've got the energy and the desire to come out here and provide the games and bring the games to you. Again, free of charge on the Squirtle Network. But our hotspot and our laptop didn't want to cooperate.
No, it did not. We were building a tent for shade and trying to keep everything cool. Nema's trying to switch cameras, and he can't even see the screen. So, hey, working hard for you guys. I apologize. It always doesn't go smooth. But, hey, I just want to say it has been a pleasure being able to broadcast games to you guys. This is the semifinals in the state tournament, and we have been able to broadcast every single game, whether it be a preseason scrimmage, whether it be a regular season game, whether it's a tournament game, whether it's district, regionals, state tournament. We've been able to bring every game to you, and that is the courtesy of the sponsors that take care of us and pay for this to happen. So if you see anybody in that lower right-hand corner that advertise, hey, tell them thank you, because this is a blessing for all players, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, Cashion community. We are so lucky to have this.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's turn our attention, Mike. We have the Amber Pocasset, the AMPO Panthers. Wildcats have seen the Panthers. We saw them earlier in the season. We see them quite a bit. They lost to the Wildcats 2-1, and that was a game in Cashion where I felt like it was just a strange, weird game for the Wildcats. Really couldn't get uncorked. I think it just seemed like it was one of those days where you just want to flush it down the toilet, but the Wildcats still mustered out and was able to get a nice ranked win at the time against AMPO. Does that game matter, or is there anything that we can take from that game moving into the semifinal game here tonight?
Well, it's a little bit different story. Chance Acord pitched six innings in that game. Cooper came in and shut it down at the end for a save. We'll be seeing a little bit different pitcher tonight. Chance is burned for the rest of the state tournament, so we will see Hunter Gibson, which I consider that these guys, 1A, 1B, 1C, really.
Right.
So I love what Hunter's going to bring to us. So it's a little bit different. So we'll see. But yeah, I just feel like we didn't have the bats going during that time of the season. We had kind of a lull about the mid part of the season, but the bats have been hotter as of late. So let's put it all together at the right time.
Yeah, and as you guys know, Mike's been educating you throughout the playoffs regarding number of pitches and pitching count and pitch counts and managing pitchers. Wildcats, I would say, in a favorable position as we used Chance, we got him through. We can use Cooper again even today if we wanted to. In that situation. On the other hand, it does look like AMPO may have they've had to use a couple of their pitchers, a few pitchers against Dale, which they won 6-4. So I'll be curious to kind of see how that part of the game kind of reveals itself here. We saw Worcester; they did well for a little bit against Silo in that other semifinal, but once Silo was able to get through some of that pitching, the tank was empty for the Worcester Wildcats. Sure. So for us, we're in good shape.
We are. If you want to wonder, hey, could Cooper come in and pitch later today? Yes, he could. He has pitched 13 pitches in that first game. So once we said you can't hit that magic 35 number. So he could come in, maybe go in and shut down a seventh inning again if need be. So just know that option is out there, and he could still pitch tomorrow. So other than that, we still have Derek, still have Brody, still have Parker. You have some arms out there you could use if you wanted to staff this game too. So we are. Looks like both teams have kind of taken some. What would you call it? It wasn't a true infield. We'll call it infield, outfield, just all in combination together. And it looks like we will. I know we will have a starting lineup where they will call them out on the baselines, and we will also do a national anthem. So I know that's all part of the festivities that go into the state tournament.
Well, you got to make it a big deal. This is a big deal. I mean, these teams work really hard, and for a school like Cashion, we don't have fall baseball, so this is it for our guys. You got to take full advantage and enjoy the ride. So I love the pomp and circumstance. I'll definitely take it. Beautiful facilities here at Seminole State. Absolutely gorgeous. Just opened this year. They've, unfortunately, the scoreboard, which is gorgeous, huge jumbotron.
Right.
It's a little out of order today. This is their first actual big kind of series of events here at Seminole State. So it looks like our commissioner here on the OSSA side, we're going to have a little bit of a start here. I don't know if we'll go ahead and switch over to the side cam as the umpires will come out with Coach Mounts and Coach Cheyenne Graham for the 25-8 Panthers. Wildcats in 29-7, ranked number 6, proving a little bit of the coaches wrong as they've whooped up on number 2 Oaktaha.
They did. We've been talking about, hey, how do you break into that, forever six spot of baseball only playing schools? And we got up to number 7, and that's kind of where we had to be.
So hopefully we'll have a little bit more, maybe going into next year, with 3 straight appearances. Maybe they'll say it's not just an aberration, but the Wildcats maybe should get a little bit more love in the rankings and not have to fight.
Right.
And in hindsight, poor Oktaha. They if you take a look at Cashion being underrated,
right,
those poor guys are like, we got to play Cashion in the 7th spot. That's a terrible draw for them. They would probably have rather played somebody else in that first round. So that is another rationale. And if you're a coach, you better be careful how you vote because you might be seeing that team that you've been downplaying all season.
Right. So, hey, but we're excited here. We're going to play a familiar foe in the Ampo Panthers. I ran into some of them at a restaurant just an hour ago. They really consider us, as much as a rivalry, a friendship. There's a lot of similarities in these two towns. They do both love their baseball. They are both strong FFA programs. So these are two common. They almost kind of look at it as a friendship rivalry.
No, I think that's well stated, Mike. I don't necessarily see anything from a standpoint of maybe some other schools that are in 2A. So certainly from that standpoint, definitely want to get that. I missed the big jump there at the big jump circle. I don't think we're going to be doing a national anthem or anything. So it looks like the Wildcats will be visitors today. And look at that. We've got the stands popping out with someone must have hit Walmart or hit the Thunderclappers. So big crowd, fantastic venue here. Packed house. People love baseball here in the state of Oklahoma, and it's showing here right now. So again, Cashion Wildcats number 7 taking on the 6th-ranked Ampo Panthers. Mike, we're going to see Gibby most likely, right?
We are, and we haven't seen a lineup, but that's been what I've been told is Gibby will go out there. We will score this game on Game Changer, and we'll get it going as we broadcast this. We haven't seen an Ampo lineup either. We do have one from a previous game this year that'll probably stay pretty true to that, I would think. But just bear with us as we go through it. We won't be able to give you necessarily the exact starting lineups from the start of the game, but we'll get it as it goes along.
Mike, in terms of Ampo right now, were you surprised that they were up 6-2 before the rain out.
Right.
Looks like we got the announcements of the teams here. So from that standpoint, would you call that an upset? Number 6 Ampo beating number 3 Dale.
I think it has to be. It's if you were to pick it on paper, you probably wouldn't have gone that way. I would consider it an upset. So looks like we're going to do the starting lineups for. And they're going to start off with the Cashion Wildcats. We'll bring in the reserves first. So number 2, Brian Nabavi. Number 4, Austin Compton. Number 7, Zane Stemke. Looks like number 8, Trevor Cook. Number 9, Ryder Likens. Number 15, Cooper McGuire. Number 17, Tucker Myers. Number 18, Aiden Berry. Number 20, Justin Sylvester. Number 22, Drake Woody. Number 23, Barrick Wano. Number 24, Carson Gump. Number 25, Jaden Bolton. Yep. And number 26, Drew Westerhoff. Your managers, Titus Davis.
And Christensen.
Oh, and Chandler. Sorry, that's Chandler Christensen. I apologize. Not in uniform there. And now you will have your lineup. Number 13, Cooper Frazee. Starting at shortstop, number 10, Chance Acord. At third base, your senior, Preston Cotter. First base, Derek Shaline. So your second baseman, number 11 today, Brody Nichols. Hitting in the 5 hole, or the 6 hole will be number 5, Parker Atkinson as the DH. And number 6, your center fielder, Kyle Yao. Number 3, and your pitcher today, Hunter Gibson. Your catcher will be the junior, Nathan Nabavi. And playing right field today will be number 14, Max Higdon. So that gives you kind of a lineup of the Cashion Wildcats.
Yeah, absolutely love that. A ton of kids, man. A ton of kids out there, a ton of freshmen and underclassmen with only one senior.
Right.
Wildcats' future is fantastically bright.
And Coach Cheyenne Graham will lead his team up the third baseline. And it'll be number 0. I apologize, I don't know everybody's name. Number 2, Ian Guthrie. Number 10, Cale Jones. Number 11, Avery McComas. Number 13, the graduate, Ethan Herrera. Number 14, Lane Smith. Number 18, I apologize, don't have a number here. I know there was a 21 in there.
And then number 1, Jared.
Number 1, Jared Jones, the graduate. Number 9, Trace Berry. Batting third will be Tyler Shaw. Batting fourth will be number 8, Wyatt Harrell. Batting fifth will be your first baseman, Hayden Brown. Batting sixth will be the left fielder. Well, maybe no. Sorry, I thought Lawson Braden. Sorry, I went out there. Sorry, Briar Anglin was number 12. Lawson Braden, number 7. We'll see how this matches up when we get out there. So batting eighth was number 6, Jackson Riley.
He pitched against us.
And then catching in the 9-hole spot will be Boston Toe and Tie, the graduate. And it looks like number 24, who there you go, that's Hayden Brown. So if you will please, we will rise and pay tribute to our great country with the national anthem. I heard play ball. So that's the most important thing. We're about to kick things off right here.
So did we have Jared Jones at start?
I think I heard a Jared Jones.
Yeah.
So we will.
We'll find out here in a second
it as it comes to the plate.
Yeah.
The Cashion Wildcats will be the visitor in this game. So we will. It'll be your normal lineup for Cashion. There will be a little bit of change with Hunter being on the hill. It allows you to DH somebody else. So
Parker.
Yeah, so Parker will be the DH, which means your outfield will change just a little bit. You will have Cooper Frazee in center field, and that will bring Kyle Yao, be my guess, into left field, and Max Higdon into right is what I took from as they walked to be announced. So we will load our team right now. So Cooper Frazee, followed by Chance Acord. In the 3-hole will be Preston Cotter, which I hope somebody pitches to him today.
I was just talking earlier. You know, he exhibited a lot of maturity and patience when when you're getting intentionally walked. Tip the cap, right? Take that as respect. But you're a kid. You're out here to play the game. You want to hit, and he didn't chase a whole lot of junk pitches, right? When he did get thrown to. Right. So that was good for him that he didn't feel like he was trying to make up a bunch of at bats, after getting intentionally walked.
So, yeah, Cooper will lead things off and play center field. Chance will get the start at shortstop. Those guys could interchange if they wanted to. Preston Cotter, and so Chance will hit in the 2-hole. Preston Cotter will be your third baseman. And, I mean, you can lock that down every time. Derek Shaline will play first base. Brody Nichols is going to play second base. And then I got kind of lost in the back end of that, so we'll get them as they come to the plate.
Right.
So it looks like pitching for the Ampo Panthers will be number 24.
Yep, looks like Hayden Brown, lefty here.
So we will go Hayden Brown. I won't be able to put it in Game Changer, all the other lineups out there, but we'll at least get the pitcher right so we can get this going.
Got the Thunder Clappers going there. I love this.
So here will be the first pitch of the semifinals of the state tournament. And it'll be a called strike.
All right, so we'll watch the zone here. And, again, a big shout-out to our OSSA officials, three-man crew, fantastic. Can't do the games without them here on Homer Television. We won't always agree with them, but definitely appreciate everything they do for high school athletics here in the state of Oklahoma. That one was a little low. I thought he might call that one as well.
Right. Cooper kind of bent down a little bit, so we'll have 1-1 in the count. So infield playing a little bit back. Not expecting Cooper to lay down a bunt at all.
So with looks like Hayden Brown, a little bit different speed than what we saw the last couple of games. So certainly it'd be something for the Wildcats to work on that patience and taking their time.
Slow it down, and Cooper Frazee is going to give a charge on this. It's going to go back to left field, back, and that ball will leave the yard for Cooper Frazee. That is the third time that Cooper Frazee this year has led off a ball game with a leadoff home run.
And that's home run number 4. Touch 'em all, Cooper. What a start here to the semifinals. We were missing the soccer line with the Capri Suns and the Orange Wedges in game number 1 in the quarterfinals, but Cooper Frazee unlocks the cheat code on home run, and the Wildcats are up already here early in the semifinals, first inning.
Good night. If you were worried that they wouldn't have the energy for a second game, Cooper Frazee just shows you, hey, he's ready to play.
That was deep. We were trying to figure out the measurements. Alex Nabavi was out here earlier, and I was like maybe 325 maybe, but all of that.
And that'll bring up Chance Acord, your winning pitcher in the first game. Man, what a start.
Let's get everything. We were 4 pitches in, and bats are already going. So a good sign here against the lefty Brown, and looks like that'll be another ball.
So Brown, like we talked about, a little slower velocity here. Chance Acord will wait on it. He's hitting going into the day 319. Has a slugging percentage of 596 and an OPS over 1. And he'll put a line drive. This is going to go to the center fielder who
Did he catch
is
that?
going to make the play on the line drive. Yes, he will.
Man.
So it's right there. There's a Trojan sign across the outfield, and I couldn't tell if the ball had come out or not. But, no, it ends up being a line drive out. So give credit to the center fielder for that catch.
Yeah, well-struck ball there. That's a good sign for the Wildcats here, getting uncorked already against Brown. Here comes Cotter. Let's see if he can find the left field wall. And I hope it's just a nice, smooth swing. I hope we don't get caught up too much in this.
So Brown will deal, and Preston Cotter will see a fastball on the outer half, called strike.
Yeah, good work there. Again, Preston in front of the box, inside, toes almost on the chalk, so he's ready for something.
So pitch, and he'll foul this off. This will go back to the screen. A little bit deeper backstop here than the other field we were at. So the batters that are over there, they got to be aware of a ball that could come at them. So 0-2 here, Preston Cotter. And the pitch. And he will rip this down the third base line. Third baseman will grab it, but he will pull that into foul territory. So based on the placement, we'll give a hit there to Mr. Preston Cotter.
Yeah, I love that. Fantastic work. Again, this is it's going to be important for the Wildcats to continue to be patient, swing hard, think right side. That time, again, Cotter was way ahead, and that's going to get ourselves in trouble. But fortunately, they're well struck enough to get it out of the glove of the third baseman and safely at first.
This will bring up Derek Shaline, was 2 for 3 in the first game, also had a walk. And he'll look at a called strike.
And we got to be patient here. I talked to Nathan earlier, and anytime we got a new pitcher, Coach Mounts wants to see some pitches. So
for sure.
I like what's going on here with our batters.
So 0-1 to Shaline. He'll swing through that. Derek was dealing with some cramping issues after the first game, so got some hydrates in him, dunked his head in some cold water, and hopefully he's ready to go here. So he swung through that. So 0-2. And the pitch. He'll put a charge into this to right field. This will go back, and the right fielder will make the catch, and I don't think we understood that there was only one out, and now Preston Cotter is going to get doubled off at first base. So
I don't get that. I was wondering why Preston was running all the way to second. I was like, is he seeing something different than I am? And, for the lone senior on the team, that, again, I'm not going to say that's a crucial mistake. The kid's been enormous, but we'll just put that one on Coach Wade and Coach Mounts on that one.
Right. You got to yell and back. I thought maybe he saw something off the bat that we didn't. I thought maybe that was going to toast him, and he already knew it. But
no, the way he was trotting, it was like he thought it was 2 outs.
But hey, let's not hang our heads on the negative there. Hey, you got a leadoff home run by Cooper Frazee to put a 1 spot on the board. So that scoreboard reading 1-0 Cashion Wildcats is a positive thing right here.
Absolutely.
And we will take a look at Hunter Gibson. He's going to figure out that mound. He got stuck on that first pitch right there. But some numbers on Hunter Gibson on the year from a pitching standpoint. Been excellent. 46 1/3 innings pitched. This will be the 11th game he's pitched in. This will be his 9th start. Currently on the year, 6-2. Has 67 strikeouts against 26 balls. So well over a 2-to-1 ratio there. A 1.66 ERA. He averages 1.45 strikeouts per inning. So if you're wondering what that translates into overall, he strikes out 35, the batters that come to the plate, he strikes out 35% of those. So his whip on the season is a 1.16. So excellent job so far this season for the junior, and he'll get the call here in the state semifinals.
Yeah, fun. It's you mentioned it earlier. I mean, it's one of those situations where Hunter's an ace on a lot of teams here in the state of Oklahoma. He's their guy, and he's kind of our 1A, 1B kind of scenario, 1C even. We've got 3 guys that can rotate in that realm. Just starting off and thinking about that game against Bridge Street, 14 strikeouts. So was it was a one-hitter I think he gave up in that game.
It was a one-hitter, yep.
And so just from that standpoint moving forward, it's just been great to see Hunter working and improving every single day. I know Dirk Phippen absolutely loves Hunter and has for a long time, and I know his daddy's looking down from heaven with a little bit of extra love and sunshine and all that. So Wildcats looking a little sloppy here. Maybe the Mexican food, Taco Bell pizza. Maybe it's that story, Mike. We've seen it in travel baseball and softball. You stop and you stop for lunch or whatever, and the kids kind of get a little bit of slowdown. So it didn't hurt the bat. So let's see what happens here defensively. But I hope they kind of pick it up and clean it up here as we start the bottom of 1.
So leading things off will be number 1, Jared Jones.
Did we have a position for Jared Jones? I think it was shortstop, was it not?
We will. I did.
I think it was.
You caught it.
I think it was shortstop. Yeah.
We will put him down for that. So.
Yeah. And on deck, Trace Berry, number 9. I've really enjoyed watching him play. In that first game, and we've been following Ampo in both games, right?
Oh, for sure.
I say both games, the rain-out game and then both games, and certainly Trace Berry at 2 always stands out.
So it'll be a called strike. So Hunter starting off strong there. Has excellent speed. Just let your defense work behind you and throw it over the plate. So that ball will be down. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I'd like to see Gibby continue to kind of work the zone. We're still trying to figure out our umpire here, and I'm sure he is as well. Get that one right.
That ball be down. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Just missing. I
know Hunter in his warm-up pitches was still trying to figure out that mound just a little bit, where his land foot needs to go. So. This will be a line drive. Cooper Frazee will be running. He'll let this take a 1-hopper off the turf. So that'll be a line drive single for Jared Jones to get things started here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, just kind of a quirky hit there. I mean, it looked like he had a chance that Cooper was going to be able to run up and make that catch like he has so many times this year. But I think in that situation, I guess it just kind of got fooled. We do have a little bit of a wind. We don't have a flag, but I know it was blowing pretty well earlier. We'll have to take a look. I'm not sure if it's died down or not.
So Trace Berry will be your number 2 hitter this inning. He will show bunt, and they will throw over to first, and Jones back easily.
Yeah, we talked about Berry earlier. Again, I really have enjoyed watching him play.
So Berry shows bunt, pulls back. Nathan will smother this ball that's low. So 1-0 count.
Hey, look, the scoreboard's starting to come alive.
There you go. It's thinking.
It's thinking about it. Again, beautiful facility here in Seminole State. we're pretty fortunate to be out here right now, I promise you.
This thing was, I guess, dedicated in October. Step off here, and there'll be a throw down to second, and the runner will be gunned down. So give Hunter Gibson credit for staying composed. The runner took off. He stepped off the back, guns over to Chance at short, and they get the runner, and they get Jones at second base.
Yeah, nice play. Acord came over, easy play, easy out, and you said it. I mean, very calm. It was that calmness, I think, that allowed Coach Graham to maybe take advantage of it in terms of his step to the batter. But well done there by Hunter.
So one out here in the inning. And that looked like it was a pretty good pitch there. I thought on the inside half, but it'll be called a ball.
So is that ball one? What do we have?
That's ball two.
Ball
so
two, okay.
2-0.
All right. Yeah, we did lose. We lost our scoreboard there. Looks like hopefully maybe we can get it back.
So this ball will be out. So
it looks like Hunter's maybe a little too loose right now.
Right.
It looks like he's just kind of moving down the mound. I'd like to see a little bit more, not anger or assertiveness, but a little bit more aggressiveness coming down.
Right. So this will be the 3-0 pitch that's right down central for a called strike.
Now on that pitch, yeah, take a little bit off and put one over. Let's see what happens. So 3-1 here. But again, Trace Berry's definitely he's looking for his here.
And the kick and the pitch, and this ball will be up. So after the 3-0, he gets the called strike, but the next pitch is a ball. So 5-pitch walk there, and that will put Berry on first base, and that will bring up number 5, Tyler Shaw, we believe is the second baseman.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Well,
yes.
I'm assuming from this before.
Yes.
So.
I think I got if you were looking at my sheet, Mike, I think I got stuck behind.
So Berry at first, one out here in the inning, 1-0 Cashion Wildcats. Shaw will show bunt, pull back. This will be a called strike.
Yeah. Nice pitch there. I think he's been close to that, as the Cashion Wildcats will get a warning. Like Coach Mounts and Coach Jay will have to find their way inside the dugout a little bit more.
Okay. So everybody will be protected. So. And I guess they show bunt, and you'll watch some of the infielders move a little bit. They're just trying to see if they can open up any holes with pulling back in that slash. Yeah. So throw back to first, runner back.
And that's worked to Cashion's favor in the past before, as well as how we've held our base running, getting folks to kind of pinch the like, let's say, second base and move out of alignment.
So the 0-1. There'll be a breaking ball. It's a beauty.
Yep, fantastic.
And it'll fall in there. So quickly 0-2 to Shaw.
Yeah, I like seeing this. Let's see what Hunter can do here now, well ahead on the 3-hole hitter, Shaw.
So decent lead at first base. And throw back, runner back, hard tag by Derek.
I was thinking the exact same thing. He paid for that one.
And this is one of those, man, first baseman has to protect everything because the foul ball area is forever big over there.
Definitely this is a what we'd say regulation size field here.
An excellent jump by Berry on that throw. I mean, it's one of those, they did leave just a tad early if Hunter had seen it, and it's hard because it's behind him. That base was stolen probably before the pitch ever occurred. So,
yeah, being aggressive there. And that's where Hunter, again, even in his set here, maybe needs to pick it up a little bit faster.
So 1-2, the count to Shaw, and the pitch, and there's the breaking ball, and that'll be strike 3.
Yeah, he knew it. Everybody knew it. Tyler Shaw just sat there, dropped his head. Fantastic pitch. I love seeing Gibby getting uncorked right now with that pitch. That's definitely going to help him for sure here in this game.
So that'll bring up the 4-hole hitter, Wyatt Harrell. So 2 outs here in the inning. Runner at second base. Chance Acord holding that runner at second. And Gibby will deliver. There's a breaking ball in the inner half. Oh, that I was for sure was going to be a called strike. It was not. A little bit in. We don't have the best angle. We're not right behind the plate right
here.
Yeah,
we aren't. So I think that's why. But it looked good. It looked like a good spot. And in these situations, I'm just watching Nathan's glove and its placement over the plate. Right, it's a lot of physics involved here, but certainly it looked good that it may have grabbed a little bit of that inner half.
So 1-0, and the pitch. This will be down for ball 2. We are inside the press box, so you don't get all the elements of all the cheers and stuff that you heard earlier. It's rather quiet in here.
Yeah, we had a peanut gallery behind us. I was making sure there was no curse words or anything like that.
So 2-0, runner goes, and this will be a called strike, and will be a throw down to third base, and the runner will be under it for a stolen base. Nathan thought he had him.
It was a good try there. Throw was a little high in that situation. A good steal. I'm just telling you, man, Barry, his leads and his jump are fantastic. And Hunter is it looks like a little bit stuck in a little bit of oatmeal right now.
Right.
So,
and I apologize. That was not a called strike. That was a ball. So we're 3-0 here to Harrell. There'll be a called strike down Central.
Nice pitch there. And let's see if Hunter can come back here. A walk is not terrible in this situation. In fact, I would much rather have that than give up a hit in this situation. Right. So let's see what he can draw up here.
So 3-1. The kick and the pitch. There's a breaking ball that's a beauty.
Fantastic.
So, called strike there. So after Hunter getting 3-0s, battled back to I guess get this thing full.
Does he throw it again, Mike?
I do. That thing's a beauty. So 3-2. He'll rear back and go, and there's that breaking ball again, and it just doesn't break this time, stays up. So that'll be the second walk of the inning for Hunter Gibson. And that will bring up number 12, Briar Anglin. Anglin, we've seen him. We've seen Ampo plenty. We saw him twice last year. We've seen him once this year. We know what to expect. Anglin's somebody that has found holes in us before. So really trying to shut this thing down here. If I remember right, we had first and third plays against Ampo the first time, and there was one at the plate that gunned him down. So I don't know that you'll see a lot of trickery here from Ampo.
But Coach Graham's already been aggressive on the base path.
So pickoff attempt at first, runner back. So Nathan coming out, giving the signal for first and third plays.
Yeah, and Mike, you've talked about it. That first pitch, you want to take a look here to see what you got, and so pretty automatic throw to one there on that situation to see if he goes. But I like the Wildcats here, looking at Brody Nichols at second base here, coming back try to get Barry at third base.
The kick and the pitch. This ball will be just out, so ball one. I did notice in the first game it was I think it was their pitcher. The catcher didn't catch it clean one time, which I thought was going to be a called strike, and the umpire did not reward the called strike because the catcher did not catch it clean. So there's a pickoff move. Oh, they get the runner at first in a rundown, and we're going to throw to the plate. And Nathan Nabavi is going to catch this, and a throw from Derek Shaline, and the runner will be gunned out at the plate for the third out of the inning.
Yeah, fantastic play. This time it wasn't a throw to second base. This time it was a fake look, come back to one. Absolutely got Wyatt Harrell frozen. He went ahead and had to keep going. And great job by Derek Shaline. He could have had to out it too, right?
Right.
But took the sure thing as he was watching Barry the whole way and hit his man, Nathan Nabavi, the junior at home. Easy play. Nabavi hangs on. He's gotten hit ton. Just go ask his brothers, Alex and Nick. He's in backyard ball. So he's used to a little bit of contact, and so that was out number 3. So great work. Wildcats hold another potential run, helpless out there as he gets gunned down at home, and Wildcats are able to hang on to that 1-0 lead.
There you go. So Nathan Nabavi doing a great job squeezing that, 2 hands, knew when the contact was coming. Yep. And there was some contact, but you did see the runner go, hey, I'm sorry for the little extra contact, though. So a little bit of sportsmanship there.
Yeah, that was good. No, again, you talked about it earlier. This is, in essence, a rivalry, but there's nothing heated here. This is not like some other schools that we know of here in 2A. So, the Wildcats will have a chance to get it going here as Nichols will lead off. It'll be 5-6-7 for the Wildcats. It looks like we'll have Brody, Brody Nichols. We'll have Kyle Yao and then Parker Atkinson for sure for the Wildcats. Mike, when we think about this, if you're in a situation with Hunter, I mean, do you try to staff this game, or you're going to go as far as you can with him in this situation?
Oh, I think you're going to. I mean, obviously you have to win this game to get to Silo,
sure.
But yes, you would love to keep your 1, 2, and 3 guys. You'd love to hold Cooper off for as long as you can. So, this will bring up Brody Nichols. Brody had some nice at bats during the first quarterfinal game today. Definitely scoring an RBI, hard hit balls to shortstop with runners on, doing his job. So that'll be a first pitch. That was a ball. This one will be up for ball 2.
Yeah, Mike, I've been, for our folks at home, I appreciate you guys staying patient with me as I'm flipping between screens. That time I left it on this particular screen, and it worked out as we take strike there. So you guys hang tight with me. I kind of like giving you all a little bit of view there of that pitcher-batter battle.
For sure. So this ball will be outside. So quickly, 3-1.
Good eye there by Nichols. He had some good contact in the last game, and definitely love seeing him grow and mature game by game for the Wildcats.
So 3-1. This one will be a called strike. So he's trying to be a leadoff. He's trying to get down there. He tried to sell that one a little bit. So there's no shame in that. So
no, I like his approach here. We're getting the pitch count up here against Brown.
So the 3-2 delivery here. And Brody will foul this on the right side.
Yeah, good work. He takes that fastball, goes foul, just misses it. I like him thinking right side, though. And so, now it puts the advantage in his hands as Brown threw his fastball. He may have to change it up here a little bit. Again, Nichols definitely toes on the chalk in this situation.
So 3-2 delivery again. This ball will be up, so number 11 definitely earning the walk there.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Great job by Brody. He'll get a fist bump from Coach Wade. Actually, he's going to psych out Coach Wade. That's I have to give him a hard time for that. But that'll bring up our guy, Parker Atkinson. We've talked about him. He comes in and does a great job pitching, and he's found his role as a DH here for the Cashion Wildcats, and he's doing that right now.
For sure. So he'll come in as the DH here in the 6 hole. And this ball will be up as Brody bounces off of first base over there.
Mike, what are your feelings in playing like a doubleheader? Does that help you or hurt you?
I like it. I think your bats stay hot. I mean, obviously, Derek Crampon earlier today, I would have that's not in his favor. But there's a pickoff move at first base from the catcher, and Brody Nichols will be back safe. So 2-0 to Parker Atkinson.
A big shout out to my man Dirk Fippen. We miss you,
We do.
We miss you, Bubba. We got your headset here ready to go if we get to Bricktown.
So this will be up. So Parker quickly 3-0. So Wildcats looking to get base runners. So small lead over there. This one will be down central. Parker thought he and that's never a good thing when you start taking out there and you throw your bat. The umpires don't like a lot of favor in that, but that's all right. So 3-1, just go battle here. Go battle.
Well, that moves the count to 99.77 now in fastball strikes 3-0 count. That's definitely outside.
That'll ball be outside. Yeah. So he eventually earns his walk, and there'll be runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the second.
So if you're Coach Mounts, are you taking until you get a strike?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, in this situation against the lefty Brown.
So this will bring up Kyle Yao.
Definitely love the freshman. His counts moved up and up. We've talked about it all the time coming back from that injury. He's finally kind of calmed down a little bit, and he's getting back to his old self in terms of his patience in the box.
He is. So he'll look in here with runners at first and second, nobody out. And the pitch, he'll show bunt, pull it back, and it'll be a called strike.
Oh, I love the call. Coach Mounts, I think he maybe was going to show and pull back no matter what.
Right.
But I love the call.
So 0-1. Parker, smaller lead at first. Don't want to get picked up over there. Brody Nichols at second. Moderate lead. And the kick and the pitch. He'll show bunt, and he will bunt through that for a strike. So quickly 0-2.
Yeah, just a miss. And again, I know we got guys that are trying to be tricky here. I'm a big fan of just square up, show it, and hit it.
You got big sticks behind you.
Yep.
So 0-2, he'll go to swing in the bat here. And sure enough, he will pop this thing up in the infield. This will be an infield fly rule if fair, and it will be caught by the third baseman.
Yeah, I would have really have liked for Kyle, and he's a fantastic bunt. He's put down a couple great bunts this year. I really would have liked for him to convert on one of those first 2 attempts there. It would have been a great opportunity to move Parker Parker and Brody over to second and third.
So that'll bring up Hunter Gibson with runners on first and second. 1 out here in the inning. And Hunter will look at a called strike. So pitcher versus pitcher matchup right here.
Yeah, again, Hunter, very patient. I don't mind him not laying off of that a little bit. He likes to get deep in the count as well.
So he's seen a pitch. And Brown looking for a sign, taking a little extra time. He'll get set in the pitch. And this ball will be outside for a ball. And they will throw back down to second base. And we're probably going to get Brody Nichols, but the ball trickles out. Woo!
Really close. So good work by the freshman getting back. Used his head there a little bit to get in the way. But very, very close. I was holding my breath in that situation.
So 1-1 is the count to Gibby. So we got that little bat wiggle. We'll see if he can get his timing right here. And he'll let this one be. I thought it was going to be up. It broke in the zone just enough.
It did, but it still was outside. I know our umpires probably got the best view, but, man, I wouldn't have swung at that anyway.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes to the junior.
Yeah, give Brown credit on that one.
And the pitch. And Gibby will swing through that, and it'll actually be a foul ball.
If he misses that clean, he may be sitting at first base.
Absolutely.
And we've got runners at second and third.
You might have bases loaded and everybody safe. So we'll see what happens. Huge backstop here. So Brown will get set. And the pitch. This ball's down. It will be stopped. Excellent job by Boston Toe. Sorry, is that right?
Yeah,
Boston Toe and Tie is your catcher for the Ampo Panthers.
Yep, called his name. Happy graduation to him.
So get set, and he'll be the 2-2 delivery. And Hunter will swing through that for strike 3.
Well,
I don't know if that was the best pitch selection there.
No, and he'd been so patient. Hunter had been so patient at that at-bat and today even, just really, really good in those situations. And taking a kind of a half swing on that pitch, definitely I know he's frustrated, but he'll get it squared away.
He will. So Nathan Nabavi coming in, 9-hole hitter. We'll call it the first leadoff right here with 2 runners on. And Nathan will look at a called strike. So –
you know, I have conversations with Nathan, and I do. And part of those conversations is that typically that first pitch is going to be a fastball down the middle.
Pretty good.
And,
pretty good.
Why don't you take a hack?
Right.
Instead of getting down, maybe at least swing one and see what happens, especially with 2 outs.
So this one will be down, and it'll get away from the catcher, and it will allow runners to move up to second and third. I think Toe and Tie had thoughts of maybe throwing to second base and seeing if he get Parker there, but everybody will move up 90 feet on that pass ball. Yeah,
again, we see it all the time. You know, we're fortunate enough to play on a turf infield in Cashion, America, and you know you see that, and that's one of those tough scenarios when the ball coming off of hot rubber here in terms of the pellets and get after it. So let's see if Nabavi can figure this out.
So 1-1. Nabavi will flare this out. This is going to go to right field, and it will be a line drive, but it will be caught by the right fielder. So the Cashion Wildcats will strand 2 on the bases, but the current scoreboard leads 1-0. We will go to the bottom of the second here in Seminole State in the state semifinals. We'll be right back.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
I got to remember we're on.
Oh, hey, welcome back, Cashion Wildcats. We are in the bottom of the second here in the state semifinal here at Seminole State University. Excellent turf field. Enjoying it. Appreciate the hospitality. There's a hospitality room here even, and we appreciate all the fine teams that have been out here. It is down to 3 teams for 2 spots in the finals. Silo has already punched their ticket, so the winner of this game will play in the state championship tomorrow at 2 p.m. at the Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark.
Yeah, pretty exciting. I mean, obviously you want to be able to play for a state title, but how cool it would it be to play on a fantastic AAA, field and stadium, and be able to have that kind of big league experience, or I should say minor league experience, but you know what I'm saying, professional experience.
For sure. Waiting on
Nabavi was the last out.
He was the last out, so kind of came in whoever was catching came in a little bit early from Hunter warming up, but Nathan will make his way out there. So Cashion Wildcats taking a little infield, looking like a snowball fight.
I'm telling you, man, it's not happy. I just, again, it's like that take a break situation. I hope they can get it squared away here pretty soon.
So leading things off will be Briar Anglin. He was at the plate to win the pickoff, I guess the pickoff at first, and gunning down the caught stealing at the plate. So it'll be a fresh count for England, sorry.
Looks like we got I don't know what's going on here, but all right, we'll get it going.
So we'll get on the rubber, out of the windup, and Hunter will get going here in the bottom of the second. The kick and the pitch. This will be outside.
Yeah, a little bit more speed there. I like seeing that from Hunter. Try to pick a spot there to see if he could get England to chase. I think Breyer is playing third base, I believe, for Ampo.
So Hunter will dig in the pitch. This will be outside, so ball 2.
I think Gibby could maybe take a couple chances here.
With the breaking ball? Oh, there'll be a swing and a miss from England. So
yeah, I mean, that thing's been nasty thus far for him. Mix it up in there.
Let your defense work. You got a 1-0 lead.
Absolutely.
So this kind of similar so far to the first game we played against these guys.
Yeah, and you got to give credit. I mean, I haven't seen a whole lot of pitches that are being chased. They've been extremely, again, disciplined here for Coach Graham and the Panthers.
So 3-1 delivery. This ball will be fouled off. So setting it up full. Leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second. It's so quiet in here.
I know.
It's like I feel like I'm in another world.
We've got our medical staff here. We need to ask her to kind of hoop up and holler and get kind of loud for us.
There'll be a foul ball to the right side.
Again, I can't say it enough. Fantastic facility. We're very fortunate to be here. So big shout out to OSSAA. I'm usually critical of them, but they came through, and we're in a good spot here today in Seminole.
So the 3-2 delivery. This ball will be up. So after a couple foul balls, England working the walk. And that'll bring up number 17, Drake Riley. Drake Riley was the leadoff last time that we played these guys.
He was.
So.
A little bit of a change up here as we've seen some changes, but switcheroos, and that happens, right? Guys hot, certain situations. And, you said it. This is eerily similar to the very first game. And give credit to, again, Ampo, as Coach Mounts is going to come out and have a conversation. I don't know. Do you think this is about Gibby, or do you think this is about base runners and what to do?
Oh, that's a great call. I didn't even think about that. I thought it might be just to calm Gibby down a little bit. You don't want to have 2 walks in a row. But I think you're right as far as, hey, let's watch these runners over there. We got to be conscious of if we do make a pickoff attempt move, it's got to be on the money because there's a lot of foul ball territory over there. But most importantly, hey, let's mix it up. Let's not get set in a normal, I'm going to pause, 1, 2, 3, and then go because they're timing you. Let's talk about a little bit of everything here. So
if you're a pitcher, in terms of that, is that just a more shallow of a step in terms of your kick and your delivery? What do you do in those situations?
Right, and how many times you look back? There's some guys that runners see a tendency of they'll look at them, and when they come back, they know they're going to count 3, and if he doesn't throw back over there, he's going to the plate. So you got to mix it up. Maybe you go take a second look, and you see if he takes off. So this is one of those where if the runners are taking off so fast, I like to see Derek yell as fast as he can, and he knows I'm just going to step off the back. So we'll see here. So bringing this up. So Riley's up at the plate. Throw over to first base. England back. So 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. The slide step in the pitch. This will be down. Nathan will do a good job of blocking it. So we'll start out 1-0 here. Gibby, I know, was excited about pitching in this game. I talked to him after the last game. He was ready. He's like, give me the ball. Give me the ball. So it's just about going out there and executing at this point.
A little Nathaniel Bronaugh sighting here.
There you go.
That should be a strike.
Speaking of executing, there's a called strike right there.
Take it. We'll take it. Yeah, Nathaniel Bronaugh. I was a team on that state team back in 2021.
Correct. All-stater.
All-stater, yeah, for the Wildcats. Joined that group of guys. We might have a couple more here maybe this year. We'll see.
He'll show bunt and pull back, and that'll be a called strike and a pickoff attempt down to first, and that'll get past Derek Shaline on the skip, and that'll allow the runner to get to second base. So unfortunate there. You might have had him with a good throw.
So was that a called strike?
It was a called strike.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get him here.
So let's get the called strike first, and then the runner will move up. So runner on second. Nobody out here in bottom of the second. And there will be a breaking ball that just stays up. That could have been a strikeout, but it'll go as ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I guess just missed a little high, I guess. It looked pretty from here.
So the high kick and the pitch.
Yeah.
And that'll get a swing and a miss from Riley. So first strikeout of the inning for Hunter Gibson.
Yeah, I like that. He went right at him, and this is the kind of hunter that I like. I like the hunter that's getting after it like this, and I'll take that every single day. So good comeback there, gets the out. Runner still at 2 here, so see if the Wildcats can do some magic here and manufacture some defensive outs and hold Ampo scoreless here. Again, appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV, powered by Squirtle.com. If you'd like to advertise and be a part of those almost 1 million folks that have watched Cashion Wildcats TV over the last few years, definitely go to CashionWildcats.tv, hit the advertise button, and definitely look for all the different ways to advertise. Coach Mount's heading back out. I'm not sure if we have an issue or something. What do you think's going on here?
I think we're gonna ask to.
Cooper's coming in.
Looks like Cooper is coming in. So
he must be at 30. How many pitches we got
yeah,
for him?
let's see. Sorry, let me get back out of here. Go to stats and pitching. That puts Hunter Gibson at 32 pitches.
Yep.
So he's going to save me saying, hey, you don't necessarily have your number 1 ace stuff right now, but I trust you to go with you. We've seen what you can do against Silo because we saw it last time.
Right.
So we're going to bring Cooper in here to see if he can do something. And really, you have to win this game before you play him for the next.
Yeah,
So.
heck yeah. So I like the move here. I talked about we talked about it earlier. We've talked about it since the playoffs have started, this idea of how to manage pitching, where to pitch, the number count. We saw Silo do it. We saw it in the previous game here. And so the Wildcats, Coach Mounts hit that magic number. He probably had that number in tow or in line and said, hey, you know what? Again, Gibby has been fantastic all year, but to your point, let's see where we're at, and if anything, Gibby could come back in if he wanted to.
Right. So this will be interesting to see how we play the outfield here, but we'll let Cooper warm up here with his as he throws to Nathan and Bobby for his warm-up pitches.
I'm going to guess they're going to keep him in the lineup, and to keep Atkinson.
Right. I'm going to guess Yal's going to move over to center.
Yep.
You're probably going to move Higdon over to left field, and you're going to put Gibby in right field.
You'd have to. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So
it does change the dynamic. Normally you see Carson Gump out there, but with the fact that Gibby took the hill, you used Parker as the DH, and it kind of changed things as far as your outfield lineup as well. So.
All right, so again, this Wildcat team with only 1 senior, you got guys that are getting experiences. They've had it the last couple years. We even had Cooper Frazee pitching his freshman year in a quarterfinal game. Did he pitch in that game? I think he did.
I believe so.
Is that right?
He was. I feel like since Cooper has been here as a freshman, he has been your 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Hayden Branch that was the kind of the ace that his freshman year.
Yep.
But I feel like he's a guy that's tried and true, tested, been in this spot so many times.
Yeah, absolutely. Love seeing him, and just an absolute defensive and offensive, well-rounded player for the Wildcats. Yeah, it looks like Gibby will find himself out in right field, and Wildcats will reset. Acord will stay at short. We've got Brody Nichols at 2, Derek Shaline at first, and looks like Preston Cotter running for office over there with the
with the umpire,
with the field ump there at third base.
There you go. He's probably asking him, hey, how close was that tag earlier on the steal attempt? So.
It was close. I think if Nabavi doesn't get actually it probably helped out Preston, because Preston kind of got out of the way. It was a situation where probably was getting hit, but lowered that throw just a little bit lower. I think he would have had a chance to get him. It was a great effort there by Cotter, going between the legs, coming back down to try to get the base runner.
So this will bring up Lawson Braden. If I see that right, at number 7, I believe, on his back.
Yep.
So runner at second base, 1 out here in the inning. Cooper Frazee will spin move and no throw to second. So, yes, the outfield did. Max Higdon moved to left field. Kyle Yao went to center, and Hunter Gibson went to right. The kick and the pitch. This ball will run in for ball one.
Yeah. In terms of differences, both Gibby and Cooper throw a fantastic curveball.
Right.
I would say maybe Cooper has a little bit more pace on his fastball. Just a little.
So he'll throw this up for ball two. Some numbers on Gibby. He did throw those 32 pitches, so he pitched 1 1/3. 18 balls, 14 strikes, gave up 1 hit, had 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Most importantly, the 0 run on the board. The runner at second is his, so there will be a called strike.
Good comeback there for Cooper. That fastball low and away just hits that corner.
So when the 2-1, this will be a swing and a miss for Braden. So 2-2 evening it up.
You gonna see that breaking ball?
Sure, why not?
No, don't be coming. Don't be.
I like it. I'd call it. I got a pitch to give here. I like the breaking ball. Nathan's going to bounce outside just a little bit. Cooper's going to take a look at the runner on second. He says, "Hey, I see you dancing. I want to change. I want to change the song a little bit, so I'll step off."
Cooper just staring him down. That's hilarious.
So the kick and the pitch. This will be a foul ball that goes straight back. So Ampo getting here via a 6-4 victory over Dale.
It was a good win. They stopped. They are up 6-2. They were on a roll.
This ball will be down. That'll get past Nathan Abavi, and Cooper Frazee will cover the plate, but it will allow Anglin to move up to third base.
Now, that one hit and hopped about 800 feet in the air.
So 3-2 is the count. So we'll see if he can get the batter here. And that one looked like a pretty pitch, and unfortunately that's going to be ball 4. So, woo, that was close. And that will bring up the 8-hole batter, number 6, Riley. No, sorry, I take that back. Is that Riley? Yes.
Jackson Riley. Yep.
Jackson Riley. There's 2 different Rileys on this team, Drake Riley and Jackson Riley.
Yeah, this Jackson's playing first base here today. He pitched against the Wildcats last time we saw him.
So first and third, 1 out here. The kick, they'll show bunt. This will be bunted up in the air. Nathan will try to go get it, and he will make the catch basket style. It's a little Willie Mays Hayes action a little bit.
Nathan does have the flair for a little bit of action and style, but good effort. You know, that we talked about this all season, our defensive players making plays look routine and easy. That was not an easy play. I'm usually very, very difficult and hard on my son. That play, he had to circle around, and you have to find that and then get into a spot where you can make the catch. So give effort. You know, Nabavi's, he's lucky. He's 160, soaking wet. So from a standpoint of truly blocking the plate, he's not going to be that guy, but it's his feet that make him a very good catcher, and really want to give him a shout-out on that last play to help the Wildcats here get to 2 outs.
So that'll bring 2 outs the innings. Runner at first and third, bring up Boston toe and tie.
And, of course, I didn't move the camera to switch it. I may just leave it over here from now on because I can't figure it out.
There's a pickoff attempt at third, Anglin back. So Cooper's excellent at watching runners. And there have been quite a few of Ampo runners thus far. So pickoff attempt at first, Braden back. So 2 outs here, bottom of the second. And the kick and the pitch. This will be inside. Not a called strike. That will be a ball. I like the location.
Yeah. Still trying to figure out this umpire. And we've been pretty happy with what we've had before. And, again, it is what it is.
This will get a swing and a miss from Boston toe and tie.
And I think that's where we're going to have to live. I'm telling you, the zone's probably not going to be super big.
Right.
And the patience of Coach Graham and the Panthers is fantastic. They're very disciplined at bat.
So this will be a pitch down central for a called strike.
And they'll look at strikes, they'll look at pitches, a ton of pitches, and they'll try to figure it out. So I think the Wildcats are going to have to attack a little bit here.
So 1-2 to the 9-hole hitter here. And the pickoff move at first base. Tag up top, but runner back. So 1-2, but Cooper still, rather than just going after the batter, is conscious of his runners out there.
Yep.
And he'll pause, and the kick and the pitch. This will be a swing and a miss, so important strikeout there for Cooper Frazee, shutting down the Panther threat there in the bottom of the second. So the Panthers will strand 2 runners, most importantly a 0 on the scoreboard there.
So you will look back, and I think Mounts, these moments as a coach, you get a lot of grief on certain deals, but no one ever looks back at a move like what Mounts did there.
Right.
He saw his guy. If there's anybody that knows Hunter Gibson better than him, I'm not sure who it is besides, Stephanie. So the idea is that he knows his guy. Coach Jay and those guys work very close with their pitchers. Right. That is a move, I believe, that was that most people aren't seeing, but we got to give credit to Coach Mounts for doing in that situation.
For sure. Hey, can we give a shout-out?
I love shout-outs.
I heard on social media there is a baseball watch party at Flower and Fennel right now. So shout out to the folks at Flower and Fennel that are tuning in watching CWTV right now.
Hey, I'm a big fan of Flower and Fennel. Did you know that?
I've heard you mention them,
Carlos,
and I enjoy
Carlos
the food
Martinez,
very much.
That guy does it, man. And you know what? I love when I go in because if he's in a situation where he can talk, they're usually pretty busy when I go in. But he'll come over and he's telling me about different things that he's doing, things that he's thinking about. He's experimenting. He's looking at doing. We are so fortunate, lucky to have Flower and Fennel in town.
Absolutely.
And bringing just really cool, neat options that, you're having to drive to Edmond or downtown Oklahoma City to get to. So extremely fortunate. So big shout out to those folks. And Cheyenne Martinez made it to state in the 4x800.
Hey.
So she also on powerlifting and cheer. So a big shout out to Cheyenne as well. She's working the register all the time. And I'm not a great tipper there. I'm like, Cheyenne, what should I tip? Like, I'm just picking up a slice to go. She's like, whatever, Mr. Nabati.
There you go.
I give $1. I give $1. So I guess maybe I'm a little frugal on that end. But definitely love those guys.
So Cooper Frazee comes in and gets that strikeout to shut down the bottom of the second. And sure enough, to lead things off here in the top of the third, Cooper Frazee will step into the box. And he will look at a breaking ball that's a called strike. So
give credit. I mean, Brown, not a whole lot of arm strength, right? I'm not trying to be mean to the kid. He's
right.
I'm just saying, he's not flashing probably in the 80s here, but I love his spots. He's picking it. And his breaking ball's been fantastic today.
So 1-1 the count to Cooper Frazee. He'll swing through that, man. That thing had to look like a beach ball. And Coach Graham immediately is moving his fielders over to the left side on that. So,
oh man, I love it.
So, 1-2 the count to Cooper. This ball will be on the outside, way out for a ball.
Yeah, definitely caught on the outside box. Didn't have any action on it, so good work there by Cooper staying off of that one.
So the 2-2 pitch. And Cooper will line this to the second baseman, and the second baseman will reach up and glove that. But good stick on that. Man, if that gets over his head, that's definitely to the wall.
Yeah, so, Mike, we talked about this, right? Hitting spots or hitting players. And right now the Wildcats are hitting players right now. So got to change it up a little bit here as we'll have a little bit of a sitch where a coach is going to come out. I got to give credit to Coach Graham and Hayden Brown. He gave up that initial leadoff home run to Cooper Frazee. And, since then, he's figured out how to get us out. We haven't been able to figure it out. And so, give him credit. I don't know what they have after Hayden.
Right.
But I want the Wildcats, again, continue to figure that out, stay patient, look right side, and see what can come of it.
And that's if you're wondering, hey, how many pitches when the Coach Graham went out there, how many pitches is Brown out? That was 42. So he is, you can ride him. He can't pitch tomorrow. So it's kind of all or nothing here. So that'll bring up Chance Acord.
Yeah, well struck ball there by Cooper. Almost gets it over the glove of the second baseman, Tyler Shaw. So we'll see what happens. Again, Chance Acord batting .319. I think that's up a little bit after. I know he had a sack bunt, but I know he had another hit in the game.
Right. He'll look at that breaking ball. I thought it stayed up a bit, but it'll be called strike.
That was a ball that's been a ball all day today. So I'm not sure how the zone's changing up now, but we'll have to figure it out.
That's why you get 3, I guess. And Chance will look this ball inside. So this umpire not really liking the inside pitch as much. So 1-1. You got to be conscious of that. We don't have to swing through stuff that's down low and away. I say that, and then we go inside, and there's a called strike. So.
Yeah, and Chance didn't want it anyways. I think he was backing out. He knew what was going to happen. Most likely a good choice by him. Going to get another chance. It's probably most likely, something low and outside or that breaking ball.
So 1-2 to Chance, and this ball will be a fastball that's low and away for ball 2.
All right, let's see if Chance can work back here. Most likely going to get that breaking ball here, and let's see if Chance can find it.
So 2-2, and the pitch. This ball's down in the turf. So that'll load it up. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
What do you think? So is he coming back to the breaking ball now? Or is it 3-2? That's been his best pitch.
Yeah, most guys would come with a fastball, but his best pitch has been that breaking ball, so I would think so. So wait, and explode, Chance. Here you go. In the pitch. It is, and he does explode, and this will go to the left fielder. It'll one-hop him, so it'll be a line drive single with 1 out here in the inning for Chance Acord.
Yeah, fantastic work. The kid is a baseball player.
He is.
Fantastic at-bat, absolutely smooth stroke, laces it to left field, and guess who's up to bat?
Well, that'll bring up your senior, number 12, Preston Cotter. Preston, if he'll just wait on it, I think good things will happen. He singled on a line drive off the third baseman last time. And he will put a crush into this to right field. Right fielder's going back. He will camp underneath that, and he will make the catch, and Chance will retreat back to first base.
Yeah, well-struck ball, just a little under it, just a little. Smooth stroke, love it. Preston is a little upset with himself, but, I like what he's been able to do thus far in this game, and I love the fact they're pitching to him, so he's going to get another chance.
That'll bring up Derek Shuline, who lined out to the right fielder that unfortunately turned into a double play in the first inning.
Yeah, that was a weird situation.
So pickoff attempt at first, runner back. Good job by the first baseman smothering that.
Yeah, excellent work there by number 6. And we've called his name quite a bit. Jackson Riley, the first baseman. He pitched last time against the Wildcats.
So Chance with a good lead over at first base, and this will be a breaking ball that stays inside. So ball 1.
It does. It was close, though. It was close. Good work there by Derek, staying off of that one. Good even stance in the box here. I like this.
So catcher bounces outside. There'll be the pickoff attempt at first. Acord back.
Yeah, Chance on the season. I'm not sure if he had another stolen base earlier, but he's got 13 on the season thus far. So the kid's got wheels.
So in the 1-0 pitch, and Derek will drive this. This thing's going to go into the gap, you thought, and the center fielder will come over and make this catch in the right center gap. That was going to at least put Chance at third base, but unfortunately the catch there. So the Cashion Wildcats will strand 1. And, man, we'll go to the bottom of the third. Still this tight lead, 1-0.
Again, just like last game, it's like literally the Wildcats are hitting gaps, hitting spots, and it's in play for Ampo to make it, and give him credit. I mean, some good effort there by the outfielders, et cetera. But certainly from this standpoint, Wildcats are going to have to figure it out.
Is that Lawson Braden out there, I think? So I'll have to put him down.
Center field, yeah, Lawson Braden, yeah.
So, yeah, give him credit. Hey, speaking of giving credits, we haven't mentioned it at all in this broadcast.
Okay.
I want to make a special announcement.
Let's do it.
Your Cashion Wildcat baseball team is the 2A All-State Academic team. So give credit to them. That is a state championships, being heroes in the classroom, getting it done, and they have the highest GPA of any baseball team in Class 2A. So that is a academic state championship for them.
All right, congratulations. Is that Wildcats' first one?
I have no idea. Could not tell you. So.
Well, we have a secret Santa Claus on that one. I'm not going to say it on the air, but there's a certain person out there that's certainly helping Coach Mounts and the staff make that happen. And so kudos to the good guys in gold and maroon for winning in the classroom as you offered up. So nice job, and hopefully we can get a banner up for that.
Let's hope so.
Well,
So here,
let's get another banner though.
Another one, yes.
Yeah.
Let's make it 2.
Yeah.
Let's make 2. So that'll be. We'll get things started here in the bottom of the third. Leadoff for the Ampo Panthers will be Jared Jones, and he will take that first pitch, hard ground ball, and send that into left field for a single.
Yeah, that's 2 at-bats, 2 hits for Jared Jones. He's feeling good. First one was against Hunter. This one was against Cooper. So, Wildcats have got to recognize, and I think he's seen 3 pitches on those 2 hits. So, Wildcats need to remember that. If you're doing scout, maybe if you got a cell phone to talk to Coach Jay, that might be something to let him know.
So that's a leadoff hit. So runner on first base here, nobody out. That'll bring up Trace Berry. It will show bunt. I bet he pulls back here.
He did last time.
So there'll be a pickoff attempt at first base. So.
Yeah, Trace with a walk last time. He was thrown out at home on that first and third stolen attempt, razzle-dazzle by Coach Graham.
So decent lead over there. The kick and the pitch. This will be fouled off. I think Trace Berry pulled it back and just happened to hit his bat. So that'll make 0-1.
And that's kind of the dilemma there, when you're doing a pullback like that, and having a chance to either pull back and get back in time and get a good square look at the ball. So this, certainly put himself in a bad spot.
So the kick and the pitch, and Nathan will smother this on the outside part. So good job of him moving over and blocking that.
Yeah, it's better to be block that ball than look fancy and try to glove that. I know Coach Mounts and Coach Jay really stress the catchers on getting that in the glove, but here today, keeping everything in front is the key.
So 1-1, showing bunt, pulling back, and we'll swing through that for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So beautiful night.
It's beautiful here in this press box.
It is.
Big fan.
So, no, I love the scenery back there. You
No,
got the
yeah, it's
trees.
gorgeous.
You got the little bit of a hill up there. So excellent ballpark
yeah,
there.
Absolutely. You start to get, past I-40, Oklahoma tends to pretty up a little bit.
So this will be a foul ball that goes up over the first base dugout.
Yeah, got some hills. Looks like Seminole's growing as well. Got some new homes popping up over there.
All right.
I guess folks here in town aren't afraid to pass a bond issue with all the folks coming into town, but certainly gorgeous facility. Absolutely love it here on the west side of town off of Highway 9.
So he'll be the 1-2 pitch, and that'll get another foul ball. So,
and this is what we've seen with Trace Berry. He just
this is what
stays
he
alive.
does.
He does. He just figures it out. He was able to draw a walk last time, even though he was thrown out at home. He just figures it out. And I talked about him at the beginning of the game. I've watched him quite a bit, with Cashion and against other teams. And, again, he's a guy that stands out to me for the Panthers.
So the pitch again, and this ball will be just low. He wasn't going to foul that one off too much, being where it was. So 2-2. I like the placement of the pitch.
Love the placement.
Considering the count.
Yeah, I love the placement, and I thought he could have drawn the strike there. It was close.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner on first base. And a pickoff attempt over at first, runner back. We haven't seen this year, and we saw Joey do it a bunch. The fake throw back to the pitcher and tag him out. We haven't seen Derek pull that off this year. So
maybe that's a senior thing to do.
Maybe. And this will be a ball that's going to go. It's just going to get past the diving Preston Cotter, and it will go into left field. So back-to-back hits for the Ampo Panthers.
So here's the situation, right? I mean, the Wildcats lacing the ball and putting it into spots to get played on. Here is, give credit to Jared Jones, but Trace Berry, that swing was not a swing. That was a check swing, basically, that came through and somehow squeezed by, the baseball god's fortune. And I've been bragging about Trace Berry, but he knows he was pretty fortunate to get on base right there.
Right. So that'll bring up runners on first and second. Nobody out here. And brings up Tyler Shaw, the second baseman. He'll show bunt and pull that back for ball 1.
Yeah, that had some pace on it as Tyler was staring straight into that 85-mile-per-hour fastball. I don't know. He most likely will show it again here.
So he'll show bunt, and Cooper will spin move to second. Runner just heading back to the bag, so no throw.
Everybody up.
Yep, so first baseman Derek charging in. This will be a little chopped grounder that'll go foul, so a little bit of show bunt, pull back, choked up, see if you can just put it in the ground and move runners. So 1-1 the count.
Takes a special talent to be able to do that.
It does. You have to work on it and work on it. So the worker gloves looks like, and 1-1 will spin move over to second and runner back.
And I like what Cooper's doing here, right?
I do too.
I like what Cooper's doing here.
It's saying, hey, I see you. Hey, yeah. I'm not afraid to go over there.
Yeah.
So Here's the 1-1, the kick and the pitch. This will be a ball that I think he was trying to pull his bat back and just happened to catch just part of it and send it to the first base dugout.
Well,
so.
it was clearly a first base side bunt.
Right.
He had it there. I think he was tweening it out. I think he saw the breaking ball and was like, what should I do here? And I think he just got frozen. I think it paralyzed him, and he basically got to a spot where he left his bat out there. He goes foul. And certainly unless you're from Watanga, this is certainly the bunt's off here. He'll have to swing away.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes currently to Shaw. The umpire asked him to step into the box, and, man, he is on that line, if not hanging over for sure. And the kick and the pitch. This ball be inside. Cooper kind of saying, hey, stay off my plate.
Yeah, he did well in that situation. And we've seen this a lot against Cashion pitchers, guys that literally are actually outside the box, not called. But, yeah, you can't get as close right now as Tyler Shaw.
So the 2-2 pitch. He'll pull this foul, a chopper, to the third base dugout. So.
The dilemma with that, and I'm a big proponent of toes on the chalk when you got 2 strikes. The dilemma is that, Cooper can hit that inside half, and you're going to get jammed up. So it'll be a situation here where, we'll see if Cooper can win this one out.
So he'll spin to second again, saying hello.
We do. We have some drumsticks and the thunder sticks. We haven't seen the thunder sticks getting after it, the clappers. Get them going here. Let's maybe get a double play here.
So the 2-2 pitch, and Cooper will look over there again.
And Cooper can work in many different speeds, right? We've seen him. He likes a quick tempo. That's what he prefers. But I like the in-game management of Cooper on the mound.
Kick in the pitch. And I thought that should have been a called strike 3 right there, and I'm not sure what it missed, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't either as well. I mean, I appreciate baseball zone here, but got to reward the pitcher there. That was fantastic. A 3-2 count. I don't know.
So, I mean, you got to throw it down central now. 3-2, and you do. This will be a ground ball that goes to Chance Acord. He will have no choice but just kind of smother this, and the runner will beat that out at third. So, I mean, just a hit that finds the right spot. So, an infield single there.
We talked about it. And Cashion right now has got to change this mojo, right?
Right.
Ampo has been fortunate on their last 2 hits. They've got bases loaded. We should have 2 outs here in this situation.
Right.
But somehow have squeezed out hits. I don't know how. So right now the Wildcats, they've got to change this up. They've got to figure this out with no outs, bases loaded, and most likely in this situation, 4-hole hitter Wyatt Harrell is going to hopefully get a chance here to take a hack.
So no outs here in the inning, bases loaded. Corners are in for a play at the plate. The middle infield is back for the double play. And this ball will be in and down.
So do we score that one as a fielder's choice or?
I called it an infield hit. I mean, he smothered, he stopped it, and he tried to make a play, the only play that was really available to him.
Okay.
So this will be a called strike on the outer half.
And so we talk about this all the time. It's the game within the game, and these certain calls, what we thought should have been strike 3 now and an out ends up being a squibbler hit that loads the bases.
For sure. So Nathan doing a good job of smothering that with a runner on third. So that ball is down and low. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Corners, we're playing even with the bag. Preston Cotter up a couple feet in front of the bag at third. Derek Shaline kind of even with the bag at first. And the kick and the pitch. This will be there, and it'll get away from Nathan, but he gets over there fast enough that holds Jones at third base. So good job smothering that and keeping it close. So, but unfortunately, that makes it 3-1 to the batter.
I think the Wildcats are overthinking this game. That's what I'm talking about, changing their mojo. I think there's just too much overthinking here. Just go play. Go play, let it happen.
So 3-1 in the pitch. This ball will be outside, and this ball game will be tied up 1-1. And Ampo in the bottom of the third will still have bases loaded, nobody out.
Again, credits Jared Jones with that single to start off, lead off. Trace Berry with the swinging bunt that gets on. Tyler Shaw with basically another check swing hit that finds its way in a spot where Chance Acord get into it, and followed up with a walk. Wildcats in dire need of a big play.
So Briar Anglin will come to the plate, and he'll look at ball one. Anglin on the day walked in his first at bat.
There's no one better than Cooper Frazee in the situation to get out of it. This is nothing about Cooper. I just want him to get after it. And we'll finally get a call.
So called strike there on the outer half. But, yes, that play was big. The what should have been the strikeout to get one out in the inning and would hold a runner off the bag. Yep. So you could have – that walk would have loaded it up and you would have had one out.
Umpire knows that, and he's got to figure out the situation of the game.
This will be, down the line. This is going to go into the corner. So 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. A throw will come into third base, and it will not be in time. So that will be a double for Anglin, scoring 2 more Panthers. So just finding inside the third base bag there.
Hate to say it, partner, but when it's not your day, it's not your day. And this is the way it's shaping up here. Basically, Wildcats here – not getting it done, leaving base runners on, can't find sides, and now giving up a big double here, scoring 2.
So I do like the fact of the Cashion bats. I mean, I do have trust in that, but we definitely need to find an out here for sure. So everybody playing in, there will be a called strike to get things started.
And again, no, absolutely zero, worry here or stress. I mean, the Wildcats have seen it all this season. And from a standpoint, and again, you talked about the bats, and definitely here the last month of the season have been fantastic. And I wonder how long Brown will last for.
Right.
I'm just waiting for that moment where we get our chance here at the top of the 4th here.
So 0-2 here. This ball will be outside, so did not get a swing and a miss there. So Drake Riley up with runners on second and third, nobody out here. Sitting at 1-2 count. Infield's playing in. The kick and the pitch.
That should be
that should be a strike.
See,
how is that not
ridiculous.
A strike?
It's ridiculous.
I don't understand. I mean, all day, every day.
Coach Mounts needs to come out and talk and have a conversation because that's the second time.
So we'll look at the 2-2. And this ball will be up.
And again, we love our umpires. No, there's no umpire in the world that's perfect, and that was a miss. That's another miss by the umpire. Nothing personal, but that should have been strike 3. That should have been 2 outs on the board, and it's a completely different game, right?
Right.
So, again, Cooper's got to toughen up here and hopefully get this out right now.
So 3-2, and he finally gets a swing and a miss to earn that strikeout.
And every one of his strikeouts, and in this game thus far, have been swinging. There's not been one called strikeout today thus far.
Right. So that'll bring up 2 outs here.
Is that 2-1?
No, I got 1 out. I don't know what. So let me go back here. So I think maybe I'd already punched that kid out. So
I would have. There should be a strike right there. I mean, it's real simple. I'm watching Nabavi's glove. I'm watching everything that's going on. Placement.
So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to let you call it here for a bit.
That should be strike 2, but he's going to say that one's low. So count goes to 1-1 here for Cooper Frazee, the junior. Runners at second and third for Ampo. Wildcats giving up 3 runs in this inning right now here, bottom of 3. It was a lucky 3 here for the Ampo Panthers. Wildcats, again, with 1 out on the board, trying to get that second. And that's going to go right past Preston Cotter. That's going to score 1. They're going to hold up the runner, Coach Graham. The cut with Cooper Frazee holds the other runner at first base.
Man. Base hits. So.
And these are base hits literally in spots that no Wildcat can get to. So again, I talked about it. Give credit to Ampo. They're putting the ball in play. It just happens to be going in spots where Wildcats can't get to it. Chance Acord deep kind of has to figure it out while he's on his knees. Couple miles right past Cotter. So again, that puts another one with runners on the corners. For the Ampo Panthers.
That'll bring up Zach Horry.
Number 3, he's pinch hitting, I guess.
He is. So he'll come up with his, hot pink bat.
Now, we talked about him last time. I remember
lime green bat tape. And he'll look at ball one upstairs. So,
You know, again, situation, it's tough for the Wildcats. They play a tough game in the heat, have a little bit of time off. You know, it's been a slow start here for the Wildcats, after that fast start with Cooper Frazee.
So strike zone just seems. I mean, that one was up. I'm not complaining there, but it is a whole lot tighter than we saw in the quarterfinal game.
Well, it's definitely tighter for Cooper Frazee on the mound. I believe that.
So the 2-0. This will be a line drive that just gets over Chance Acorn's head, so will be yet another run scored. So
how many pitches that for Cooper?
We'll find out. Let me put this in play. Line drive, single. Safe. So stats on Cooper so far. He has to keep in mind he threw 13 earlier. So that is 47 pitches.
Okay.
So
is it not per game?
I think it's per day.
Per day. Okay.
So you are,
and that's the unfortunate piece, because if we had this game played yesterday,
correct.
Yeah. So I wonder how that works. So I don't know if Coach Mounts will have it. It certainly looks like our fastball, our aces, right? The speed that they're throwing is, and so maybe this is a time, like I'm saying, maybe you get someone like a Nichols,
right.
a Nichols out there to kind of change up the speed
right.
a little bit here for the Ampo Panthers. That should be called strike, and it is.
It is. So 5 runs here in the bottom of the third. So didn't see this coming based on how the first 2 innings went, but man.
Or the last game.
Right.
Yep. But, give them credit. They've literally hit every spot you could possibly hit. Again, that one, we saw a line drive hit by Cooper Frazee right as the second baseman gets just the top of his glove to catch that.
Right.
And here, you get the opposite situation. So, again, Wildcats, they have to figure this out. They got to change their mojo.
So 0-2 here. Cooper will look at second base, and Braden will be back.
And when the strike zone gets squeezed against you, right, that goes against your favor as a pitcher as well, right?
You start thinking about it.
Now you start thinking about it. Now you got to start throwing perfect pitches down the middle. And so in those situations, this is where the umpire dictates the game, where his zone fluctuates and changes, and where strikes in 99.9% of called pitches aren't. Cooper's got to adjust, and he's giving up pitches that are getting hit on.
Right. So 1-2 here. He'll go inside twice in a row for 2 balls. So we'll even this up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Man, thank you guys for joining us. State semifinal action right here. Been a tough one here in the third so far. And the pitch. That'll get a swing and a miss. So Cooper will get another strikeout there for out
and again,
number 2.
had to be swinging. I don't think Cooper's not going to get a call today on a called strike or a called strikeout.
Right.
So he's got to send it down, and he's got to knock him down.
So that'll bring Jared Jones back for the second time this inning. He started things off for the Panthers.
And 2 hits, 2 strong hits. I would say the 2 best hits outside of that last one down the third base line, I think by Braden. So we'll see what Cooper will bring to him. That should be called strike, and it is. See, and that's no different than what should have been a strike earlier.
Right.
Again, our umpires aren't perfect. We aren't perfect.
I am definitely not perfect.
No, absolutely.
You don't have to confirm it.
No, I'm talking about me.
You're joking.
Talking about me.
0-1.
That should be strike as well.
There'll be a called strike on the outer half.
Yeah, way to get ahead here against Jared Jones. I'm shocked that Jared hasn't tried to just swing at everything. He's absolutely put strong balls in play again in the first inning and here in the top of the third. He's the one that started this all off for the Panthers.
So 0-2, 2 outs here. Ball will be up in the forever inning.
Yeah, the Wildcats got to figure it out. I mean, no one's going to come out here and take care of them. They got to do it themselves here. And there's no way Mounts is pulling Cooper right now. So Cooper's going to have to figure it out himself. No one better. I have every bit of faith in the junior.
So 1-2. That breaking ball stay up.
I think that's kind of where he wanted that one.
Right.
But again, give credit. The Panthers have been patient. I know the zone. They're recognizing the zone shrinking here.
So 2-2. The kick and the pitch. This will be fouled back.
Yeah, Jones swinging out of his shoes there. He's trying to get a hold of that one. He knew fastball was coming. He saw it. He's like, I'm going to try to put a barrel on this one, let this one travel.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on.
Deuces.
Nice block there by Nathan Nabavi on the breaking ball. Did not get Jared to chase. So 3-2. Runners will be moving on the pitch here with 2 outs. So some action will happen right here. And Jones will ask for time, and he'll get it. He'll step out of the box.
In this situation, you got to feel pretty confident if you're Jared Jones, right, on what you're going to see and what you've done in this game.
Right.
I wouldn't mind a walk here from Cooper Frazee.
So the 3-2 delivery, and he'll spin instead to second and runner back. So that's one of those, the runners are taking off. It's just a check right there. So.
Yep. You got that strategy down, Mike. You
I
got
do.
that
That's easy
baseball
stuff. Easy stuff.
strategy, Bubba.
So the kick and the pitch. This will be fouled off. So Jones battling up there. Cooper Frazee battling.
Yep.
Who's going to win the battle? So get a little bit of rosin as it is humid out there. And the 3-2 all over again. And that ball will be down, so it'll be ball 4. It'll load him up. That'll bring up, seems like he's up all the time, number 2 hole, Trace Berry.
Yeah, Trace DH, 2 hole here, number 9, right-hander. Looks like a little pinch runner here for Ampo. Again, walk in the first inning, a hit in the second, did score a run.
So trying to get out of this inning.
Yeah, when this is happening for you, it's contagious, right? So, again, that's what I'm saying. The Wildcats are going to figure out how to kind of break this junk here and create something for themselves. Again, just hit after hit over on that left side that have just figured out how to find open spots. Wildcats, missing out on a couple calls. I got to figure it out.
I just feel like as the runner's at second and you have to hold him, it does open up that hole over there. So the fact that they've had runners on just compounds the issue, hitting it to the left side. So
yeah, but I mean these are spots. I mean, you got a good shortstop and Chance Acord out there,
right.
And they're just. And then think what we've seen out of Cotter as well.
This ball will be fouled off. So quickly 0-2. We'll get a new ball in play here. So 2 outs here in the inning, bases loaded, bottom of the third. The 0-2 pitch, and just kidding, we're going to spin the second, and that's all right.
There's no cover there. Hopefully his dugout's letting him know. Right. I find it funny that he trots back, but better safe than sorry, I guess.
And the 0-2. There's a breaking ball, swing and a miss, and the bottom of the third finally ends, but not before Ampo strands 3 and scores 5. We haven't said that much this year. We haven't seen big innings from opponents, but that's a big inning right there.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think Calumet's the only one. I think they put a 6 or 8 spot on the Wildcats. I think in that first game of maybe the second game of the season. But no, you're right. I mean, we haven't seen this. Wildcats have done a great job. In fact, they did it even earlier against number 2 Oktaha. Against being able to maybe put a couple guys on base, but to be able to work back and get the outs. This was, in essence, hit, walk, hit, K, walk, and then another K. So, again, just well-placed ball. And now it's the Wildcats' turn. They're going to have to figure it out.
Right.
They're going to have to say, okay, it's our turn to hit those spots, to find those, find the angle and get on, or get that crucial walk. Or let's see if that zone stays tiny for Hayden Brown, the lefty for Ampo. So, Coach Mounts will work around. He'll have a conversation. I'm shocked that Coach Mounts didn't come out after Frazee, what I thought should have been a strikeout.
Right.
Didn't come out and have words with the plate on. But calling balls and strikes, I know, is not necessarily a thing that it leads to good favor for coaches.
Usually arguing balls and strikes could quickly upset an umpire and can lead to an ejection. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, that the passive aggressive, hey, catcher, where was that?
Right.
That doesn't work
Did I miss
either.
something? How much is that missing by? So nothing's worse when they ask the catcher, hey, where was that? And he goes, don't know. So this will bring up Brody Nichols, who will look at ball one here.
Yeah, I like that. Good night. Nichols, Atkinson, Yao here for the Wildcats. Middle of the lineup. Let's see if they can produce something. Big shout out again to Megan Gibson out of Legacy Financial Services, and she does a great job. And definitely love Chris, one of our fantastic sponsors, sits on the board. Big shout out to them. I think they're out Flower on Fennel as well.
So that'll be after 2 straight balls. That'll be a called strike.
Yeah, that was
to Brody Nichols.
Certainly a little low there, but I don't mind Brody staying off of that one.
So the kick and the pitch, and Brody will foul this off. So we're not going after the fastball early in the count, but we are swinging at the breaking ball.
Yeah, and we're matching his tempo.
We are.
We're loping our bats through. We're not sitting on it and swinging hard. And give credit to Coach Graham. He may not have had any other choice but to throw Brown. This is what they got. But it's working out. The lefty who's loping it in, we're just kind of loping our bats and certainly matching his tempo, which is not a good thing right now.
So 2-2 count after a couple foul balls there. And this will be a breaking ball that stays up, and somehow you get the call when you throw it down to third, and he didn't even call it, and he's throwing down there, and he got influenced by the throw down there, and Mounts is letting him know there hasn't been a called strike 3 like that on a pitch like that until he threw it down to third base. So this will bring up with 1 out Parker Atkinson. Parker walked in his first at-bat. He'll swing through that for strike 1.
Hey, I'm not going to be mean here, but if this is what they have left here at AMPO, and if they're able to get through, I'm not sure what's going to happen in that championship game. But it's a good spot here where, we saw this towards the, latter half of the season. There was a time where coaches weren't throwing their aces against the Wildcats. They were throwing their 3 and their 4 in the, low 70s, maybe low 70s, high 60s, and we weren't able to catch up. And so I think, we were able to make that correction. Wildcats are kind of back to doing what they were doing earlier back in the day about a month ago.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Parker, and he will foul this one back. So staying alive. See if he can get something going here in the top of the 4th. And the pitch. He'll just fight this one off. He didn't like it, and he'll get to see another.
Yeah, just no rhythm from the Cashion batters.
No.
I mean, and give credit again, Hayden Brown, we're matching his speed. We're not loading. We're not doing anything what we need to do. That should be hit by pitch, is it not?
It's not. It bounced just in front of him and stayed inside. So that'll bring it 2-2.
You guys can tell I'm frustrated. I am.
It makes 2 of us. So 2-2. Catcher will bounce outside, and Parker will put this down the third base line. It'll be backhanded, throw across the diamond. It will be in time for the 5-3 putout. Again,
Slow pitch, can't wait on it. We hit a loper to third base. Give credit to the third baseman there. That was Briar Anglin. He didn't have to move very far. Took the two-hopper. Nice throw to the first baseman, Jackson Riley, and I'll be out number 2.
That'll bring up Kyle Yao. Kyle put a flare over this. This will go just over the shortstop, so that'll get a hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the stuff that we need. That's the stuff that that Ampo's gotten, and they got in the third inning. And with the 2 outs, hey, no one better than the Wildcats with a 2-out rally with junior Hunter Gibson up to bat.
So Hunter was your starting pitcher on the day. Stayed under the pitch count, and we made a pitching change. So we'll see if he can help the Cashion Wildcats here with his bat. He'll look at a called strike there. So 2 outs here in the inning. Just got to wait, and explode.
Oh, it's driving me crazy, Mike.
I know. So small lead over at first base, and there's one, and he'll put that in the air, and the center fielder will come underneath that, and he'll make the catch. So the Cashion Wildcats will leave one, and unfortunately there's only 1 on the scoreboard. We are behind 5-1 going to the bottom of the 4th. I had to think about what inning we're in. Bottom of the 4th. We will be right back to Seminole.
would you do if you only had one life to live? Well, that's kind of how this whole thing works. So bite off more than you can chew. Don't wait for someone else's green light. Go after what they say you can't. Oklahoma needs more doers, and doers don't wait. Get skilled, get paid. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
All right, Cashion Wildcats, welcome. Bottom of the fourth, we are going to have a pitching change right here. So Hunter Gibson is going to come back onto the hill. We will have some changes back in the outfield. That will put Higdon going back to right field. Cooper Frazee will move back out to center. And Kyle Yao will move to left field. So just some stats on there. So Cooper pitched 63 pitches. So I don't know if they're making any modifications for today. You threw 63, you threw 13 earlier. So what's that? 76 pitches. I just don't know. But it doesn't matter. You got to win this game to even have any chance at tomorrow. So.
All right, so figure it out here. Hey, listen, let's shift our focus. Positive Mojo. You know who had Positive Mojo? My man Brexton Green. Absolutely love that kid. The BG10 Flow Fest is coming up by Inversions Concerts. Kylie Morgan, Jay Allen are coming to the Rustic Rose Barn right off of MacArthur and 74F. We'll get a little details here after this first pitch here.
So Hunter Gibson will throw, and that should be a strike, and I don't understand how it's not.
Yeah, so BG10 Flow Fest. Go out and check out the website. Certainly buy your tickets June 24th at 7:30 p.m. It's going to be a fantastic night, big fundraiser. Definitely Google that up and find it. That should be a strike as well.
This zone is unbelievable,
yeah.
And Mount should say something at this point. So he's got to be frustrated, I'm sure. Those are good pitches that are there. What would you – that one I'll give you out, but that'll be quickly 3-0.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to get squeezed here in a state semifinal game. I was talking with the umpire at the Lindsay game earlier, and we were just talking about how do you approach games like this as a staff. But Wildcats, you have to figure it out here. So leadoff walk. So in the first inning, leadoff hit. Second inning, leadoff walk. Third inning, leadoff hit. And it comes back to in the fourth inning here, the bottom of four, as Briar Anglin walks to lead off here. So, again, Wildcats need to figure this out. Maybe get a roll double play here.
There you go. So that'll bring up Wyatt Harrell, the 4-hole. Runner on first, nobody out here. And Hunter will kick and deliver. And that ball just –
I guess was a little high.
I guess it was high. I don't know.
And see, these are the things when you get squeezed that affects the next pitch. And then you wonder how all of a sudden does Ampo string together 4 hits? Well, that's kind of part of the story.
When you have to throw it in,
As Dirk Phippen would say, a Pringle can.
Right.
Let's see if Hunter can get that breaking ball going.
This will be a foul ball that's going to go to the left side.
Yeah, again, not a whole lot of strikes called looking.
Right.
Definitely no strikeouts. The strikes the Ampo's gotten tonight have been off swings or misses. So Wildcats going to, again, have to continue to kind of battle back one at a time here. If we can come back, maybe spot a couple runs in the 5th inning, right? Anything's possible in this situation.
So runner's going to go, swing and a miss, throw down to second base, and the throw will be just a little bit high for the speedy Shaw to steal second base.
Oh, good work. I'm, again, always impressed with Coach Graham and Ampo on their base running 1 through 9. You can tell they work on it. They do a good job. It was a great It was a fantastic kickoff of first base on the steal. Nabavi was high coming back to A-Cord, made it close, but
solid throw though. So it was a swing. So 1-2 the count. And the pitch
should be called.
There's a breaking ball, and hey, we get our first one.
Yeah, and he didn't see. You can't blame Harrell because that hadn't been called all game.
Right,
Harrell. If I'm you, I'd be upset too. I'd be upset he hadn't been rung up at all anywhere at any point. So, what we saw as an easy strike call was called. So give credit to the plate ump for doing his business, and that's 2 outs.
I have
one out. My apologies.
One out.
My apologies. Yeah.
Runner on second, 1 out. This will bring up Briar Anglin. And Hunter will take a look at second base, and he'll throw to the plate. And that one will be ball outside. So if you're just joining us, it was a leadoff home run by Cooper Frazee to put the 1 spot up. And then 5 runs scored by Ampo in the bottom of the 3rd. Hunter Gibson was our starting pitcher. We saw Cooper come in. Hunter Gibson is back out on the hill. And he'll get a swing and a miss from Briar Anglin there.
Yeah, good pitch there, good action getting it out there. He had to chase it out there. He had already attempted. He saw it and went after it. And Hunter needs to take a look at the runner at 2. I mean, he's got to take a peek, take another peek. His secondary's fantastic. A-Cord's got to talk to him. That should be strike.
That'll be a pitch, a called strike out there. I wasn't sure that one was you were gonna get that one.
No, I agree based on what we've seen. So good work there getting that front corner there and getting the call. Nice work by Nabavi on the glove.
Right.
Drawing the placement on that one.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Hunter will step off.
I'm telling you, if he hits a wheel right here, because the secondary does like a little MC Hammer dance shuffle towards third base, he's absolutely hosing him.
So, and he will step off, and he'll throw to third. And
easy out.
Preston Cotter will make the tag. So, second pickoff. A nice call by Neiman Nabavi right there on the spin move. He knew he was going.
Well, I thought Hunter was like frozen looking. He was going to 2. I'm like, he's gone, Bubba. So great throw there. Good work. I love it. That's the kind of stuff, though, right there. That's the kind of stuff, you hit early and often. You slow down this Ampo base running team. But the best thing to do is just keep him off the base path. I don't know, Bood.
And that one looked like an excellent pitch right there that would have been a strikeout, and it's not.
And this is where Nabavi historically, ever since Little League, when he gets a strike that should have been called that's not, he will go out there and he'll encourage his pitcher to say, hey, stay focused.
Right. So 2-2 count. And Derek will make a charge on this on the right side, trying to track down that foul ball, but it will land foul. There's a lot of ground over there.
Yeah, a lot of turf for sure. I mean, again, this is a big league type venue in terms of the field and dimensions and what we've got. So I love seeing that from Derek. No give up.
So 2-2, 2 outs here. The kick and the pitch. That ball will be up. So even the ones that have been rung up, I think they've all been curve balls. I don't know that you've seen a fastball called for strike 3.
Yep.
So 3-2 here to Anglin. From the windup, the kick, the pitch. And this ball will be up, so that's a walk. And the inning continues. So that'll bring up number 17, Drake Riley.
So Hunter's got to make sure, and let's work this runner. We got all the time in the world. This is an untimed game.
Right.
So do what you need to do here.
He will throw over to first and runner back.
And I say keep working that first baseman. I mean, let's figure this out. Let's make life hard. Let's get another runner on the base path.
Pitch, and that'll be a called strike. And man,
I can't figure him out. I can't figure him out. Yeah, I can't figure him out, and that's the dilemma when we can't figure him out when we're sitting here stationary. I feel bad for the batters, both sides.
So the 0-1, another pickoff attempt.
I like
first.
it. I like it. Now, in fact, I would mix it up here. I'd go right back at him right here again.
So 2 outs here in the inning. 0-1 pitch.
That should be a strike.
That will be a called strike.
I'm trying to will it, Mike. I'm trying to
know
will
you
it.
are.
I
I
am
know you
trying
are.
through osmosis and verbal dialogue. I'm trying to do some sort of telepathic cues, like from the Wonder Twins or something. I'm trying to get it going. Form of shape of a strike.
There you go. Just give some little,
Yeah.
little finger magic here. There's a breaking ball, and it gets a swing and a miss. So Hunter Gibson, and that'll be Riley will slam his bat down to the ground as he swings and misses. So 0 spot on the scoreboard there for the Ampo Panthers. As we go to the 5th, we need some hits. We need some hits. I'm turning the rally cap on now. I'm telling you, I'm turning it backwards right now.
So look, this is not like oh my gosh time, but it's pretty close to oh my gosh time here. The Wildcats again down their last 9 outs. We're staring at right now. It looks like we're going to go Nabavi, Frazee, Acord. It's a good situation for the Wildcats here in the 5th inning to get something going. Nabavi's got to figure out how to freaking get on base. That's the thing.
Right.
And right now with Hayden Brown throwing probably in the mid-60s right now, this is a pitcher that Nabavi can get a hold of, and he just needs a line drive to get us going. Wildcats need to get him on.
For sure. For sure. And this is the inning to make it happen.
Yep.
You have the top of the order,
Yep.
rolling back around. This is the time to put a crooked number up yourself. So, hey, if you have a rally cap out there, if you're wearing a baseball cap, turn it on backwards, do something with it. Send some positive feelings this way in this game. The crowd is up. They're rooting these guys on. The guys are up. They have positive spirits. Let's see if we can work a little Cashion magic here.
So for those of you that have been counting the times that I've said they need to figure this out, they need to figure this out. That's number
Right.
502 right now.
Okay.
And it starts right here. Wildcats, they've done this all season. You're not 29-7, 12-5 against top 20 teams by just kind of going through the motions. They've had big wins. They've had to come back from behind, had some amazing come from behind victories this year, starting with 5-0 McAllister all the way through the season. So this is the one right here. Let's see if the Wildcats can do this here in the top of 5.
So Nathan will lead things off here, and he'll show bunt. He'll bunt through that for strike 1. So I think he was going up the right side with that.
I like it, but just get it turned. Turn the bat.
And now you have the third baseman creeping in, but the first baseman is way back. If you can beat this pitcher, you have a chance at this. He's going to show bunt, and he's going to pull back, and that ball will be high.
Yeah, so I do like what you're saying there, and his bat is not even aimed. I'm not even sure why the third baseman is coming down. That bat's bat clearly down the first base line. So Bobby trying to maybe work a little bit, maybe see if he can get out ahead of the count, and he does not.
And he will swing through that. So that'll be 1-2. So bunt is probably off here.
Yeah, unless you're from Watonga.
So
There's my man from OSSA here.
there you go. And he'll put this ball on the right side, see if he can beat the first baseman to the bag. It'll be a sprint, and the first baseman will get there just in time. And give Nathan Nabavi credit with the head-first slide, trying to do everything he can to will himself on that bag.
So that's a hit that Ampo got earlier in the game that kind of dribbles through. Nabavi gets his dribble through and unfortunately can't get there. Yes, give him effort. He's going to get some we got a few of the guys coming out to give him effort. And hopefully, if anything, that sparks some folks in the dugout for Wildcats to say, let's figure this out.
Let's figure this out.
504.
So let's let Cooper Frazee do his work here with one out. He'll look at ball down. Some pitch counts on Brown, 72 pitches thus far. And Coach Cheyenne Graham will move his outfield, at least his center fielder, farther over to the left. So ton the spot over there in the right center, even though the center fielder has tracked a lot of that down, Lawson Braden.
Yeah, give him credit. Their guys are playing at a high level.
Right.
I mean, just give them credit. Making the plays.
So 1-1.
And I would say our guys are not playing at a high level. So
And Cooper will, speaking of playing at a high level, he'll line that.
that's what you call a double jinx.
Is that what it is?
That's a double jinx, Mike.
Okay. So Cooper Frazee will line that into left field to get a runner on at first.
And that's why, again, I really, of course, rooting for Nathan Nababi, but really needed whoever was leadoff in that situation to get on because I just knew Cooper was going to be in a spot. Just needed that guy to get on. That would have put somebody at second base with Chance Acord up here. Again, we don't need all four. We don't need four in this inning.
Right.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
But I think chipping away, getting a couple
would
I
be
think would be
nice.
good.
So Chance Acord will come up, and this ball will get away from the catcher and allow Cooper Frazee to move up to second base, and he'll take a hard turn after second to see what was going to happen.
I cannot believe Boston Toe-and-Tie literally moonwalking back to the backstop. I mean, Cooper Frazee, if he would have known that as he was even before the round, he probably would have made it to third.
Right. So I love the gap. I'd love to see something right down the right field line. This will be a line drive that's going to get past the shortstop. That will score a Cashion run. Cooper Frazee digging hard. So that will put the second run on the board for the Cashion Wildcats. Chance Acord coming through with a hard ground ball that finds its way to center field for a nice single RBI with one out.
All right, so I'm not going to give Nathan Nababi credit on this. I expect Frazee and Acord to get hits here in this situation, some of the top hitters on the team. But again, got to create your own opportunities here.
Right.
And I love seeing that here. So good work by the Wildcats getting one of hoping, let's say, maybe 2 or 3 here in this inning at least.
That brings up Preston Cotter, and he'll put this into the shortstop who will it will go into center field. I wasn't sure if he was going to stop it and smother it, but it will be a single for Preston Cotter.
And I was wondering, and here comes Coach Graham, as the Wildcats have strung 3 hits together, what we're going to see with Brown. I'll tell you what, you got to give this credit for the fact that he's been able to go 4 innings into the 5th inning and holding this Wildcat team to 1 run. He did his job. If your mom and dad Brown, go get that kid a Snicker bar and a Gatorade because he's earned it.
Absolutely,
based on what he's done. Not overpowering, nothing special, but he did his job throwing at a tempo and a speed that was going to get us out of our rhythm. And give him credit. So it looks like we're going to have an outfielder coming in, number 7. Is that what you see?
That's going to be 7. So you're going to take Lawson Braden's speed out of center field, and he will come, and we'll see what kind of speed he has on the mound. And it will have a little bit of velocity to it.
Yeah, you're being nice, Mike. We'll see what happens. But again, center fielder expected to have a little bit of arm. Again, I'll take a little bit more speed because that's what the Wildcats want to hit.
Right.
Wildcats want that. But give credit to Brown. He came in his breaking ball. He was getting the calls. He was hitting the spots. He did what he needed to do.
Right.
But here for the Wildcats, I like the momentum. The mojo here is good. And you never know. We might see 2 or 3 walks if you're the Wildcats. If you're Coach Mounts, are you telling Derek Sherline to take until he gets a strike, or are you letting him get after it?
Oh, I know Derek's going to look at the first pitch of a brand new pitcher. That's not even that's a given here. But yeah, in the same scenario, if you see ball 1, maybe you're going to take another to see how far you get. Hey, these are state semifinal nerves. So you never know what you're going to get when a pitcher comes to the hill.
Yeah, and this particular group of Cashion Wildcats, and it's been the case for the last 4 years, I don't know what goes on, but they literally have like ice in their veins. Like there is no situation too big for them. It's like, kids are probably pooping in their pants elsewhere. The Wildcats don't. And that's what happens when you win a lot and a ton. Wildcats have done it in every sport possible. And so this is the situation where you maybe don't play fall baseball. Maybe you're not playing 2 seasons worth of baseball games like Ampo and Silo and every single team here in the spring tournament, in the spring playoff tournament. But when you play other sports and succeed, that stuff carries over as well.
Absolutely. So the warm-ups are over. So Lawson Braden on the hill, and Derek Sherline will step up with runners on first and second here. 1 out in the top of the 5th.
As they say, no one better.
And he actually put a ground ball to that side. He'll have to dig down, and this will get away, and this will end up scoring a run. So they do get the force out at second base, but as they roll the double play, it gets away from the first baseman, and it allows the third Cashion Wildcat to score, and Derek Sherline will be sitting on second base with 2 outs in the inning.
Baby, and that's what I talk about. Make stuff happen for yourself, right? So we're saying, but you know what? Guys getting on before, moving guys around, figuring it out, put the ball in play, and good things will happen. So nice work by Sherline getting that RBI. Wildcats dealing here with 2 outs.
So out there, safe there. Acord will score on the fielding error by the first baseman.
So we'll have a conversation here. I'm not sure what's we're going to have a pinch runner here, so it looks like Austin Compton.
So Austin Compton will come in and run for Derek Sherline at second base with 2 outs. We talked about needing to get a couple runs. We've gotten a couple runs so far.
Yep.
And what I love about this, it also allows for the top of the order to come back around
Yep.
if you need it in the 7th inning.
Yep.
So.
Amen. Amen. Hey, but we're not done here. Let's go,
Right.
Nichols.
Right.
We got a new pitcher out. The previous pitcher got smoked here in the 5th inning, and let's keep it going as Brody Nichols, a freshman, up to bat. Brody again put the ball in play a couple times, or actually had a walk and a K. I apologize. In the earlier game, he was good. So let's see if he can find something out there somewhere in the grass. We don't need home runs.
Right, we don't.
We just need balls touching outfield grass. That's it.
Right, I'll take something that's anything on the right side of that Trojans portion over there in center field, and it will allow Austin Compton to score. So.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys joining us. Again, appreciate Dirk Fippen reminding me about the BG10 Flow Fest. You guys go do it June 24th. Go buy your tickets.
So 5-3.
Get out.
And this ball will be tracking towards the first base dugout, and the first baseman will drop this in foul territory. And how many times do we see it happen?
You say it, baby. Say it. Come on.
Say, make him pay for the mistake dropping a foul ball.
Yeah, absolutely love it. You got another live here. So Brody Nichols, let's put something over there in right center. I'd love to see it. But good effort there. Again, we can't tell how windy it is. We don't have a flag over here. It was pretty windy coming out of the southeast earlier today. I'm not sure if that got in a spot where the first baseman, Jackson Riley, couldn't find it and moved on him. But let's see if Nichols can make him pay here.
So the 0-1. This will be a called strike. So 0-2. Hey, give credit to on Derek's ground ball, Preston Cotter with the hard slide at second base, making that throw more difficult at first that goes away and ends up creating a run.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
So 0-2 here to Brody Nichols. That one was really close. So
well, it's like rolling the dice out here. But we'll give credit to Brody. He knew what he was doing there. So is that 1-2?
Is 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Austin Compton at second base with 2 outs here, and Brody will foul this on the right side. So
just a little behind. I like what he's trying to do. I
Right.
like what he's trying to do. Just a little behind. He just didn't get that barrel squared up enough, but love the ability. He's on him now.
So Austin Compton over at second. They are pinching in on him a bit. Watch out for the wheel here. And they'll pitch to the plate anyway. And this will be a fly ball that'll be headed towards center field. Center fielder will come in, and he will make the catch. So the Cashion Wildcats will strand 1 on the bases, but not before they score 2, which they really, really needed to make this a 5-3 ball game going to the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, love it. Let's go to timeout, Mike, and let's get ourselves kind of go, and then we'll figure it out.
Sounds good. All right, Cashion Wildcats, bottom of the 5th here, state semifinals in Seminole State College. We appreciate Seminole State being hospitable and allowing us to move our tournament over here to play in their all-turf field. So great press box here in their college field, and we are very, very thankful to be in here. Been a interesting game so far. Leadoff home runs, some little I don't know. They found Ampo found 5 runs in the bottom of the 3rd, just scratching and clawing, and then Cashion scratching and clawing 2 more there in the top of the 5th. So we have an inning and a half left of baseball.
Yeah. So we talked. We didn't have to get it all. This team can do it. They can do it in small chunks, and this is what I would expect us to do. We're able to get a couple hits. Coach Graham had to pull his starting pitcher Brown. He brings in number 7 Lawson Braden to come in, and Wildcats just continue to chip away here. Let's see what Hunter can do here with the bottom of 5.
So Hunter will pitch to Lawson Braden. So pitcher versus pitcher matchup. That ball will be low for ball 1.
I guess just misses. And again, we can't figure it out. I don't know. Maybe it's getting a little bit dark here in the press box. Maybe it's hard for us to see. I don't know.
So Hunter will take his time. He'll stare in there and drive down the mound. And this ball will be in outside for ball 2.
I liked Hunter coming back in. It looks like he's kind of reverting back to what he was doing earlier in the game, and I want him to kind of get a little bit more tempo and just let it fly. Let it fly.
Oh, it's the exit side.
Yeah, it's the exit side.
And they'll get that a swing and a miss on that fastball.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
So, yeah, if you see in your camera and a little exit sign, that's from the press box. There's an exit door behind us. So this will be a foul ball. It's going to go off on the over the first base dugout. So after the swing and the miss, you get the foul ball. So even in this thing up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Hunter Gibson will deliver.
Oh, come on.
And that'll be a cold strike 3 that
Nababi,
you can give Nababi a little assist on that one. So
hey, that turnaround is fair play. So we got that called strike.
So I don't know if it was going to be or not if he doesn't throw it around, but it is nonetheless. So 1 out here in the inning, and that will bring up. We'll have they're going to go back and allow Jackson Riley to. So we'll switch. Originally it was a pinch hitter for him last inning, but Jackson Riley will come back in the box now.
Yeah, good frame there by Nababi. Holds his glove. Mounts talks about don't let that glove chase with the ball. Hold it, and he got that nice call there on that first strike there on that fastball outside.
So 0-1 the pitch. Hunter will kick and deliver. And we'll get the called strike on the outer half. I am thoroughly confused.
Dude, I have no clue. No clue.
Roll a dice.
But we'll take it.
I love it.
We'll take it. Yeah,
so,
I'm all for it when it happens. Good for us.
So 0-2 in the pitch. This will be a little foul ball that'll go towards the first base dugout.
Yeah, so that was a hit earlier there in that third inning that would have ran in between 2 players as they completely missed it. Yeah, so little check swing. That one does go foul, though.
So 0-2. And the kick and the pitch. And this will be down and low.
Good spot, good spot. I still thought it could, based on where the zone's been, could have been called a strike. But I love the spot there by Gibby.
So 1-2 still way up in the count here. 1 out in the inning. And that'll be an excellent pitch, and he'll ask if he goes, and he does not. I agree with that call. So ball is low. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jackson Riley.
Yeah, Nathan coming up, getting his point game going, asking for it.
Just like when he's a point guard, pointing out where he wants to go.
He's always pointing everything. He's always trying to act like he knows what's going on.
So the 2-2 pitch. That ball will be up.
Yeah, come on, Gibby here. He gets out ahead here, 0-2. He had that little mini check swing foul, and he's worked back 3 straight balls. Just trust yourself here, my man.
So Jackson Riley bunting back to Nathan Nabavi in an earlier at-bat. So 3-2. 1 out here. The full count delivery. That'll be a ground ball to go to Chance Acord. He'll come across the diamond, and Derek Shalon will stretch, and that'll be the second out of the inning for a 6-3 put out.
Isn't it funny, Mike? Isn't it funny, all those plays that they got, right, we talked about, it's like literally flipped, right?
The zone came a little bit more true.
The zone's changed.
And so you're not having to groove it right down the middle.
Yeah, and then now in balls, the ball's somehow squeezing by some fantastic infielders. That one now is gloved easy by Acord and a routine 6-3 out number 2 for the Wildcats.
We will have a pinch hitter here. It'll be Cale Jones will bat for Boston Toe and Tie.
So Coach Graham and Coach Mounts, with their 9-hole hitters being catchers, have kind of worked that around a few times. We've seen Mounts do that quite a bit with Parker Atkinson.
So Hunter Gibson will kick, and he'll pitch, and that ball will stay up.
All right.
So 2 outs here, bottom of the 5th. And the pitch. That ball's an excellent
fantastic
curveball there that falls in for a strike. So even in the count up 1-1.
It would be a DHS violation if you didn't call that a strike there. Child abuse against Hunter. That's a fantastic pitch.
So 1-1. This will be a little flare that Brody Nix will have to field it on the, well, it'll be a little two-hopper, and, man, that's just going to be a little C&I single in the infield.
I'm telling you, Ampo is using up all their juju in this game. That was ridiculous. So give credit, though, to that wasn't Boston Toe and Tie. Who was that checked in?
That was a Jones, Cale Jones.
Cale Jones. Give him credit. Got a bat on that. I thought that was going to literally fall into Gibby's hands, into his glove. It did not. Somehow it flailed over him. And so, hey, you know what? The positive of this is with 2 outs, you're going to burn Jared Jones here in this inning, right? In the 5th inning. So let's see if Wildcats can take care of business here.
So as Cale Jones gets on at first base, brings up Jared Jones. So 2 outs here in the inning. And we'll look at the runner and deliver to the plate. And that ball will be up.
Yeah, just missed a little bit. I don't mind staying higher in the zone with this Jones kid. He's been fantastic. Hit in the first inning, hit in the third, had a walk in the third as well. 2 for 2 on the day, so with at least 1 run.
So the 1-0, that'll be down for ball 2. So just got to let your defense work here. That is just a squirrely little hit, that last one. I mean,
they've had a lot of squirrely hits today, dude.
That the pitcher couldn't get to and just kind of dies, almost like a lob wedge right there in the green.
I mean,
so,
again, better lucky than good.
Kickoff attempt at first.
No beef against my man. I'm just saying
right.
He knows it too. He knows it too, and that's been the day. But got to give him credit, right? So there's been I would say 3 solid hits here for Ampo. That one to third base was a huge one that scored a couple runs. So give him credit. I'm not hating on the Panthers here.
This will be a foul ball that goes right side. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Jared Jones. Jared Jones, the leadoff hitter for the Ampo Panthers. So small lead over at first base. The kick and the pitch. That's an excellent fastball that hits at the knees for a called strike.
Yeah, right in and out of Nabavi's glove. Fortunately, that one is called strike. Great pitch, great spot. I wasn't sure he was going to get the call, but he did.
So 2-2, 2 outs. Slightly bigger lead over at first base. And Jared Jones will ask for time and get it. So, a little static?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
So the 2-2 pitch. This will be down. So that'll make the count full. The runner at first will be taken off on the pitch. So the first base coach walking over there and telling him, hey, make sure it's delivered to the plate before you go. And the pitch. This will be down for ball 4, so that'll put runners at first and second with Trace Berry up, the DH.
How many outs we got?
We have 2 outs.
Okay, I didn't get the scoreboard updated. My bad, guys. You guys are like, oh, we got you squared.
So on the day, that is Hunter Gibson's 71st pitch. He has 5 strikeouts, 6 walks. So important to get an out here. 2 outs here in the inning. 2 runners on. Number 2-hole hitter up. Kick and the pitch. This ball will be a called strike to get things started.
Yeah, I have no clue. I have no clue, but I'm going to take it. And so the Thunder Sticks are out. Cashion fans getting a little excited there. Good little student section there with a few folks.
The kick and the pitch. Nice. Nathan Ababi tries to go and block this, and he is unsuccessful, and it goes to the backstop. I kind of looked down. Was that a wild pitch or on that one? That looked like it was pretty far out.
Yeah, Nathan was trying to get both his body and his glove, like his glove under him to get that one. It was definitely outside on the outside box, but just again, Wildcats know this. When you're dealing with field turf like this, you're going to get some heavy bounces, and sometimes some wicked crazy bounces. Looks like we've got some folks heading down to the mound Or actually,
Or
someone
just getting some running in.
Yeah, so I think they put that one on Nathan. So they're gonna make Barraquano do the running. Little negative reinforcement
Right.
there.
Well, I thought that might have been Brian. I was like, Nathan did it, so Brian, you go run. So, but no, that's a.
Or maybe they're just in Wano getting him warmed up
Right,
potentially.
So 1-1. That's a block again for Nathan Abavi. Give the kid credit. This has been in the heat of the day. This is his second game of the day. Working hard back there for the Cashion Wildcats.
What's the count?
I have 2 balls, 1 strike.
Okay. Yeah, and I had a few parents come in saying, "Is Nathan going to be okay in the second game?" I said, "Well, he's just going to have to, get some Gatorade
right.
and do his business."
You can rest on Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But Wildcats got to take care of business here. Runners at second and third.
So 2-1. And that ball's low, so 3 balls, 1 strike.
All right, come on, Hunter.
Hunter, it was pretty routine inning getting the first 2 batters out this inning.
So we're 8:33. We're 2 hours into this one.
So need to just feed the zone here. And the 3-1.
It should be right.
How is that not?
He called it.
Okay. I thought he was pointing down to first base. So
he's taking his time on that. Mike, I was sitting there waiting too. I was I'm like, we'll see what happens. But that definitely was a strike.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes here. See if Hunter can work back. 2 outs here in the inning. And here's the pitch. This is going to swing and a miss. And Nathan Nabavi will hold on to that. So Hunter come off confident. Nathan will give him 5. And Hunter will get an ever-important strikeout there with runners on second and third. Shutting the door. 0 spot for Ampo. Taking this 5-3 to the 6th inning. Man.
Yeah, good stuff there. And there was some juice on that last ball, definitely. And that I want to see more of that from Hunter. Like maybe at least early in the count, coming through like that. So good work. Was that foul tipped?
I think it was foul tipped and held on in the glove.
Yeah, so
I looked to see if it was coming off because it's a little dark out here.
Yeah, so good work to Nabavi getting that one. Gets credit for the K, but the foul tip on with 2 strikes gets the throw to out. And Wildcats down to the last 6 outs.
There you go. So, hey, but we get to come back around in the order. I like the bottom half of our order too. Setting the table for the top half.
No,
so
they did. They did. So we started off with Nichols. Actually, it was Nabavi. I apologize in the last inning, but Atkinson, Yal, Gibson. I like that.
Right.
Definitely an opportunity here. We know what we're going to get from the junior Atkinson, and Yal's been very good as a freshman. Even today, he had a hit there in the 4th inning. I think Gibson is due, in my opinion. In fact, I know Dirk Gibson agrees with me as well, or Dirk Fippen.
Dirk Fippen.
Yeah, that too. Dirk Gibson. Dirk Fippen, yeah.
Hey, it's a good family. He'd be proud to be part of the Gibson family.
It's that county line. It's that county line fam down there.
Right. So that'll bring up Parker Atkinson to lead things off here in the top of the 6th. He'll swing through this. Keep your head down, young man.
Yeah, that's exactly what Mounts told him. He said, "Keep your eyes on." He pointed to his eyes. The little Robert De Niro.
So catcher bouncing outside. And this will be a called strike out there. So 0-2 quickly for Parker.
I guess that must have just dropped in the zone.
So number 5 out there with the 0-2 count and the pitch. And he will look at strike 3 there.
That's un-Parker-like.
So 1 out here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, and outside of Cooper Frazie's leadoff hit, Wildcats leading off every inning have not been good.
Right.
Nichols did get that walk in the 2nd. Outside of that, though, not good at all. And so let's see if things can happen here with 1 out.
So Kyle Yao come to the plate. And he'll put this on the right side. Let's see if it'll stay within the line, and it will leak out there. And, man, give the right fielder credit for laying out there, an excellent effort.
Yeah, fantastic work there. I totally agree with you. And if that is fair, it actually might be an out. So Kyle is actually pretty fortunate. He went right side. He waited for it, just a little too much. But, right fielder there, that was Wyatt Harrell. Fantastic effort. This is what you're supposed to be doing. This is the last game of the season potentially for somebody here. So you got to give everything you got.
So 0-1 here to Kyle. And he'll look at a pitch up there. So the Ampo fans trying to will that to be a strike, and it is not. The 1-1, and this will be a line drive that's going to go into the right center gap. It will be a single there for Kyle Yao. So Kyle getting things started here with one out here in the top of the 6th inning.
I love it. So Kyle did that as well in the 4th inning. I mean, nice, smooth hit. You could tell he was waiting, going to look right side. Great hit. Love it for my man, the freshman, Kyle Yao.
And that'll bring up Hunter Gibson here with one out.
And I guess who we got? We got a little Carson Gump sighting there for Nababi there on deck.
Okay, so we will still have Yao over at first base with one out. So Hunter Gibson coming in. See if he can time it up. He will foul this off right side.
Well, I like him swinging on the first pitch.
Right.
I swear all day today he stared at first pitch strike. So I like him taking a cut there, and at least if you're going to go down 0-1, it's on a swing.
So 0-1 to Hunter Gibson. Runner on first base is Yao. This ball will be on the outer half. It'll be a called strike. So quickly 0-2.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to see the breaking ball here probably.
Yeah, most likely. And that was a deal for Brown. I got to give credit to Braden here coming back in with that fastball.
0-2, outer half, and Hunter will foul this off on the right side.
Hunter's a big dude.
He is a big dude.
He's a big dude. He can cover up a lot of space. So, I mean, if you're going to try to hit that outside corner and he's on the chalk, you better make sure something's happened with that ball because he can get a hold of it.
So we'll stay 0-2, and Braden will step off the back and get reset here.
We need a hit out of these next two guys, or we need
We do.
these next two guys to get on base. That's exactly
For
what
sure.
that's what needs to happen here.
So the 0-2, catcher outside, and that'll be a little bit too far outside. He did hit the glove. Even shortstop bounced up. He thought he had it.
Yeah,
so.
it was close. It may have been a little high, too, as well. But Hunter stays alive here.
So catcher still staying outside. And the pitch. And I don't know why you're looking at that. And that'll be a strikeout looking.
All right, so best case scenario, let's see if Gump can string something here. Let's move Yao. We haven't looked, and so we're going to have a little visit here from Graham, from Coach Graham. I tell you what, I got to give credit to the Ampo Panthers. They're squeezing out whatever they've squeezed out of Brown, and now Braden has been fantastic against this Wildcat.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to give him credit here. Not the most extensive or proficient pitching that I've seen, but somehow have gotten us out of kilter,
Right.
out of rhythm.
Right.
And it's been enough. I mean, you would think in a situation where the Wildcats are coming in with they're throwing Cooper Frazee and Hunter Gibson, giving up a 5 spot, you think 3 would be enough. Looks like we're going to have again the substitution here for pitch hitting for Gump. So Gump coming in for Nabavi. What is that? He was in left field. What does that do for?
He was not. He's not.
That's right.
He's a reserve in this game.
All right, so he's pinch hitting here. So he's getting burned right here.
Yep.
All right, so Gump, let's make something do.
So, hey, take advantage of your opportunity here. 2 outs here in the inning. Runner on first base. So see if you can find some turf out there. This will be a ball that's low.
Absolutely. We have not been aggressive at all on the base path.
Right.
I'm not sure if Kyle Yao right now, if this is something they're going to take a chance with, but we haven't even made them think about it. Yep.
And this will be a ball low. If you're going to do it, I'd like to see at least another step off
for
of
sure.
first
Yeah,
base.
yeah.
So.
Definitely. I was just talking out loud.
Oh,
Mike.
yeah. No, you're good.
Really nothing about Kyle
Nice.
Yao.
So the 2-0 pitch to Gump. He'll put this as a ground ball to second base, and he will throw it over to first base, and that will be an out. So that's how the inning will end in the top of the 6th. So the Cashion Wildcats 0 spot. They are down to their last 3 outs, but they will have to play defense first. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, down 5-3. We'll be right back.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashionfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashion.
Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape.
Welcome back, Cashion Wildcats, bottom of the 6th here in Seminole. State semifinal action, 5-3 Panthers currently over your Cashion Wildcats. But, hey, we always have faith in our Wildcats. We get one more chance to hit, and we're excited to do it. Hunter Gibson's still on the hill. We're going to change up the mojo. We're going to stand up. We're going to see this from a different vantage point. So as the warm-ups are complete here in the bottom of the 6th, Hunter Gibson will be out there some more facing Tyler Shaw, the 3-hole hitter, to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th.
You know, Mike, I wanted to go out there. I should have. I think these windows are tinted, which is a good idea. I wanted to see. It sure looks dark out there. I got to believe it's a lot lighter than this with those LED lights. But
right.
Let's see the Wildcats get going here.
So this will be a called strike on the outer half there for Hunter Gibson getting things started. Hunter on the day, I think we talked about it, that was his 78th pitch. So looks like Shaw will ask for time, and he will get it. And the kick and the pitch. This will be a called strike. Love the breaking ball there.
I do too, and I'm glad it was called there. Would have been upset if we missed out on that opportunity for that call strike. It'll be 5-8. It'll be 3-4-5 here for Ampo.
So the kick on the 0-2, and that'll be up.
It'd be nice to be able to knock these guys down 1-2-3.
For sure.
And get those get at least those 2 runs here in the 7th.
You get top of the order coming up for the Cashion Wildcats to start things off in the top half. So play some defense here. So the 1-2 pitch. This will be a ground ball. That'll go to Preston Cotter. He'll come across the diamond and throw, and that'll be in time, and that'll be a 5-3 put out to start things off here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, nice work there. Good glove. We've seen it all season from Preston Cotter. Again, that one didn't find its way literally in the 1-inch space to get through between those 2 phenomenal infielders in Preston Cotter and Chance Acord. So good work there on the 5-3 put out for out number 1.
So that'll bring up Wyatt Harrell. Hunter will throw this one just a tad up for ball 1.
Yeah, again, Hunter doing well at that last batter, getting ahead on the count.
And the kick in the 1-0. That will hit Wyatt Harrell and put a runner at first base for the Panthers. So first hit by pitch of the game. Just a breaking ball that didn't break. And that'll bring up Briar Anglin.
I tell you what, Briar Anglin and Drake, I think Anglin, that's who we've talked about. He's been so productive in that 5 spot for them. In the last game that we played against them, that 2-1 victory for the Wildcats, and this one today. The Wildcats, here with a runner at first, desperately looking to get that second out. And
there'll be a pinch runner at first base. It will be I show a T. Sutton, so Sutton will be running at first base. And Briar Anglin will take his spot in the box here with a 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. So the kick and the pitch, great glove there by Nathan Nabavi, stopping that from going to the backstop.
So, with pitchers coming back in, is that something where that's a good thing?
I think you get your get your head right and go, hey, this is your game now. I mean, it's unique, but it's if you're a pitcher, you're a pitcher, and it shouldn't matter. Yep. I know we fought the mound a little bit when he first got out there first time, so he's got to figure it out.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's just hey, take a deep breath. Nice stop by Nathan Abavi there on the low stuff. I almost get a feeling about the mound. He's not striding out quite as far. Like he's not comfortable with his land foot spot.
Well, it is. I mean, there looks like there's 2 ridges on that. But
there is.
Again, both pitchers have to contend with it.
Right, they do. Hunter, a big guy, so his stride is a little bit farther out.
I agree.
And then that's a wild pitch that's going to go to the backstop. But Nathan doing all he can to try to get in front of that. So that'll allow Sutton to move to second base.
Yeah, is that ball 3?
That is ball 3. So
yeah, I don't know why he's trying to aim so far outside, out 2-0. He's got to get something a little bit closer to the zone. That could have been a chance for a double.
Right, that's
play.
what I'm thinking.
I mean, now you're giving up the stolen base.
So 1 out here in the inning, 3-0 count. And that'll be inside for ball 4. So I think you definitely have to go make a trip here. Taking a look, and Nathan will.
Nathan's got the feels for you, and that's kind of the role of the catcher. It's going to be, to that point. Coach Jay decides to go ahead and do the same as well. So I think we all kind of felt it, and really it's been a rare deal this year where we've ever felt like there's been a couple spots where like, hey, Coach, get out there, right? Other than that, I feel like they've done a fantastic job managing the game with their pitchers. I think it's a great spot, Mike. I totally agree with you to kind of come in with runners at first and second with 1 out.
So Coach Jay making his trip out there. He's talking to Hunter Gibson, seeing how he's feeling. How's your arm feeling? What do you got left in the tank? And you have a little bit of words of encouragement there, and he will clap and give him and walk off.
Yeah, what a great point, Mike. This game has been a grind. There's been no fun. And even in situations the Wildcats have been down all season, there's still a level of this is a game and this is fun. Today's been a grind, and I think they're kind of starting to, they felt that pressure, and I think they've been frustrated, and they can see, they know it as well. They know there's some of those hits by Ampo. You're like, So I like that. I like a little bit of smile, a little bit, hopefully a couple jokes out there to loosen them up.
So Drake Riley up for the Panthers. Runners on first and second. He'll show bunt, and he'll pull back, and it will be up. So 1-0.
Drake on the day has actually 3 Ks. So 3 at-bats, 3 strikeouts. So let's make this a Hunter Gibson 4.
So he'll spin move to second base, runner back, only off a couple steps.
And if you're Coach Graham and if you got Riley, who's had 3 Ks on the day, showing bunt's probably a great strategy.
So the 1-0 pitch, 1 out. He will show bunt. He will pull back. That will be a called strike on the outer half.
Yeah, good pitch there. Way to come back on that one.
So,
yeah, again, Hunter, super chill, right? So very relaxed. You don't. It's almost like I'd call him beanbag.
So 1-1. The kick, show bunt, and he will put it down. Hunter will go to third and get him in time. So the great 1-5 put out that beats him by a step at third base. So great job, whoever made that call to go to 3. So that holds the runners at first and second.
Boy, if you're Ampo fan, I know you're probably like, that was close, but bang, bang. So great work. Excellent job getting the lead runner and getting that second, very important second out.
So 2 outs here in the inning. Runners at first and second. That will bring up Braden. And this will be a foul ball that goes to the right side. Derek will he'll run, and he will run out of room, and that will go foul.
Yeah, excellent effort there by the first baseman, Junior. Again, there is like literally, it is space upon space over there on that right side.
So 0-1 on the foul ball. Hunter will look at the runner at second, and he'll deliver to the plate. And that'll be ball low. And that'll go all the way to the back corner of the backstop, and runners will move up to second and third. So what are we calling that? That was pretty. Nathan's doing all he can. I'm calling it a wild pitch.
At this point, you can score it however you want. I just want to get that third out. But it's unfortunate. So that was a ball 1 as well then.
It was.
So 1-1.
1-1. Got to be a wall back there here with 2 outs. The kick and the pitch. This will be a swing and a miss. So that'll be 2 strikes.
I mean, that had some heat on it, man.
It did.
I saw it out of his hand, and I lost it. Fantastic pitch there by Hunter Gibson. Let's see if we can get this third out.
So 1-2, 2 runners on, 2 outs in the pitch. This will be a swing and a miss. So Hunter Gibson striking out there to shut down the Panther threat here in the bottom of the 6th, leaving 2 runners on. A 0 spot on the scoreboard. Very important to keep this game 5-3 right here. So the Cashion Wildcats are down to 3 outs, and it's the top of the order.
Well, I mean, this game has not been pretty. You know, the way we thought it would be drawn up based on the Wildcats. They had the advantage pitching-wise coming in. Got to give credit to Ampo. I love the excitement coming out of the dugout. Everybody knows what's going on. I mean,
right.
We know what's on the line here. And you know what? We can't – if you were to say, what do you need? Top of 7, you need 2 runs. I love seeing what we have here with Frazee, Acord, and Cotter up to bat for the Wildcats.
And you will have a pitching change. Drake Riley will come in and pitch.
So another right-hander coming in.
So get your timing here.
So what do you think about that move from Graham?
As far as the pitching change right here?
Yeah.
Man, they started to tee him up and get his timing the last half inning. So I think this is an excellent move, just given a different look. But yeah, Riley's going to have to get it done against the top of the order for the Cashion Wildcats.
I mean, you would at least think you'd let him go for 1 batter, right?
As far as Lawson Braden, yeah. I don't know. Maybe he talked to him and doesn't want to let the leadoff on. So I got Alex Navabi coming in here. He's changing the mojo up a little bit. So.
Well, we appreciate you guys joining. It's been a fantastic season. Mike, we feel blessed to be a part of this. I'm not going to lie to you. There's days where at least I've had a couple grimaces and maybe a couple of curse words, but Mike has been an absolute cornerstone of optimism and positivity. He's a can-do kind of guy. It's been a fun run thus far. Whatever happens here, Mike, and certainly we've absolutely loved bringing you guys these games.
Absolutely.
And we've had way more ups than downs, and we're hoping for a few more ups here as the Wildcats are looking to stay alive to get to the Brick tomorrow at 2 o'clock to face off on Silo. If it's going to happen, it's going to have to start here with the junior Cooper Frazee.
Stay hot, kid. That's what we say. So he'll lead things off here in the first, and he'll look at a ball low. Hey, Alex, I know you were down there front. We couldn't figure out this guy's zone very much, so okay. I'm making sure I didn't need my eyes checked. Cooper Frazee will look at a ball 2 there. I did have my eyes checked this last week from Brandon Mays over at Premier Eye Care.
Premier Eye Care, fantastic sponsors of basketball.
So I'm pretty sure I'm okay. So there will be a called strike there. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
I think that's a good take there by Cooper. I think he's just trying to figure out, as you said, his timing. And he knows this at-bat is the most important bat of the entire season.
And that'll be a ball on the outer half for a called strike. So
it's unfortunate.
That'll even things up here 2-2, but there's nobody better than Cooper Frazee, number 13.
Unfortunate. Right center is just absolutely a Grand Canyon out there
now. And Cooper will put a charge into this to third base. It will be fielded. It will throw across the diamond, and it will be in time for the 5-3 putout. So that'll be 1 out in the inning.
Again, this has been the situation for the Wildcats. They worked on it so hard to stay back. And give credit to the third baseman there for Ampo making a strong stop and throw, but just wanted Cooper to wait back just a little bit more.
So Chance Acord will step in with 1 out, and he will look at a ball low. So very similar to Cooper's at bat.
Again, we need 2. The Wildcats need to get this base runner on here with Preston Cotter on deck.
So Chance will be comfortable in that box. And the 1-0. That'll be in the outer half, and that will be a called strike.
And now the zone's the size of a Chevy.
So 5-3 here, top of the 7th. Winner goes on to the state championship. And the 1-1. That'll be a breaking ball. That's an excellent breaking ball for a called strike.
That one was good. I give him credit on that one. That worked through. And Chance, he needs to kind of slow down here. He needs to step out as the Ampo pitcher is in a good rhythm right now.
The 1-2 delivery. He'll put a crush job into this. It'll go foul. And if that thing stays fair,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
probably gone.
Yeah, that's the longest foul out here possible. Love it. Again, still 2 strikes. No one better here than Chance Acord. Let's see what happens.
So I think you got to expect fastball, wait on the curveball here, and didn't want to get frozen in the box, so he asked for time.
I like it. I like
I
what
do
Chance
too.
did there right there. He was able to crush that one. Now get back in the head of the pitcher here. Just sit back on it, guys. Sit back on it.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes to the junior. And the pitch. This ball will be down. I had a little more juice to that pitch.
And it's also in the dirt. So
Right.
I appreciate your sentiment.
Well, I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. See if Chance can find his way on here. Preston Cotter in the on-deck circle. And he will put a ground ball here to the shortstop who will field it. He'll throw across the diamond, and it will be in time. So Cashion Wildcats down to their last out after the 6-3 putout.
All right, if you were talking about a 2-out rally, this is the 2-out rallies of all. And again, 2 balls hit straight to left side infielders, right? These are 2 guys in Cooper Frazee and Chance Acord that can lift the ball, getting way ahead, too much top-heavy swings. So it's going to have to be here with Preston Cotter up to bat with 2 outs, Derek Shaline on deck.
Nobody better you'd have to try to get on here. And he will look at a ball low. So hope we're paying attention. That first pitch is generally low.
A lot of folks here with their cameras out, their phones out, standing up.
So Preston Cotter will look at a called strike on the outer half there. So even in the count up at 1 ball, 1 strike, Preston having a great year so far. Keep it going, young man.
That's right. He's the senior. He's been doing it all season. Love this guy in this spot right here.
So 1-1. That ball will be in the other batter's box for 2-1.
I would have come out of my shoes if he would have called strike.
Right.
Literally, I think it would have broke this window.
So he's going to see a pitch here to hit. So 2-1. And that ball will hit him.
All right, so tying run comes up to bat.
So that'll bring Derek Shaline up. Been in this spot before. So Preston Cotter, runner on first base. You have Derek Shaline up, Brody Nichols in the on-deck circle. And there'll be a meeting at the mound amongst the infield. So going to will positive energy to
That's
my
right.
son.
Tough spot for a guy doing play-by-play, but also for a dad. But, here's a situation. I feel good. We've seen Derek come up so many times to the Wildcats. Again, we were talking about that McAllister game.
Right.
And throughout the season, you want to talk about a kid who can find that spot out there in the right center. It's going to be my man Derek Shaline. You've got Brody Nichols who's put the ball in play. You got the tying run up to bat right now. Anything's possible here in playoff baseball.
So the 0-0 pitch. This ball will be inside for ball 1. With the pitching change, it does send Lawson Braden back out to center field, so you do have wheels out there in center. So the 1-0 and the pitch.
No.
Derek will pop this up on the first base side. Jackson Riley's going to go over there, and he's going to make the catch, and that will end the Cashion Wildcat season. And it breaks my heart to see my son over there on the first base with his head in his hands. Well, but hey, great season for the Cashion Wildcats.
And Derek, there's nothing Derek needs to do to feel bad. I know it's tough. These are these moments where this is an extremely young team, only 1 senior, right, with the opportunity to have made it. They have every chance and opportunity. This will be something that Derek will learn and take in, and it might be motivation for him. But this wasn't a team. This wasn't a loss on Derek Shaline. This is a give credit to Ampo. They came in. It was the 5 runs in that inning. I believe it was in the third inning. And they were able to string together hit after hit. They were able to squeeze this. I don't want to call it an act of God, but when it's not your day, it's not your day. And the Ampo Panthers, who I believe were, again, ranking-wise, situation. I felt like, again, even right now, Wildcats best 2 out of 3 win 2 out of 3.
Right.
You got to give Ampo credit. They came in, they threw some mid-range pitchers. They got the Wildcats to chase. We hit balls right to players. We're able to not necessarily string anything out outside of that initial, solo home run. Give credit, though, to Coach Graham and the bunch. They're going to go out. I don't know what they have left in the tank to take against Silo, a team looking for their 6th straight state title here in Class 2A. But before we shift from there, let's get back to the Cashion Wildcats. I want to start with Preston Cotter, the man, our lone senior on the team. You want to talk about a kid who's had a fantastic senior season, who's laid it on the line, big moment after big moment. Big shout out to Preston Cotter. He's most likely going to be playing at the next level. He'll have a good send-off. And if you're a Cashion Wildcat fan, do not hang your head. Wildcats had dreams of a state title, of getting to the finals. But got to give a shout out. It is hard. This is not easy. The Wildcats fall to 29-8 this year. It is not easy for a team to come out and play against squads that play baseball year-round.
No, it's not.
And I know you all are tired. Maybe you're not tired. If you're listening on Cashion Wildcat TV, you may not be. This is an excellent baseball team. This is a fantastic group of kids, fantastic coachings. Coach Jay and Coach Wade have done an amazing job to support Coach Mounts. And there should be no one that hangs their head on the Wildcats this year, sitting at finishing 29-8.
29-8, fantastic season. You made state semifinals. You did better than what your ranking showed that you should do.
That's right.
And you are also the 2A All-State academic team as well.
Yep.
Hey, lots of positive.
Yep.
Preston Cotter earned himself a college scholarship.
Yep.
There's a lot of positives, and everything's coming back but one player.
Yep.
So, hey, the future is bright. We've seen the players that are coming up in the system, so the future is bright for Cashion baseball, and it has been a pleasure to bring it to you. Nima, I just want to say thank you so much for all you do, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, softball. I was glad to be along for the ride,
man.
brother.
So let's pass it around. Again, big shout out to you, Mike. You've been phenomenal. You have added this to this based on your knowledge, your statistics, everything that you've done. You've jumped in. Big shout out to you. Love you, my man. It's a fun run. Look, again, the way this season has started and the way we run through, fantastic squad. Give credit to Ampo, but I absolutely love this squad. This is going to go down as a really strong favorite team for me this year. A lot of almost no-name parts that have come together, right? Years and teams in the past, solid, thick, large senior classes and junior classes that have come through. But this is a squad that had at least 5 freshmen come in at some point during the season to be strong participants. We talk about a Ryder Likens, a Barrick Wano, right, besides Kyle Yao and Brody Nichols, right? And I know I'm missing somebody else, but I apologize. But again, this was a true team this year.
Oh, for sure.
True team coming through. They did it with bats. They did it with a strong pitching staff. And honestly, again, no disrespect to Ampo, but there's only one team left in the entire playoffs right now that would have given Silo a game, and it's your Cashion Wildcats based on that deep pitching staff. But the Wildcats, again, sometimes the breaks happen for you, sometimes they don't. Today it literally was Ampo's day. We wish them the best of luck against the number 1 ranked Silo Rebels. Kind of a little bit of maybe a go for the green kind of scenario, maybe David versus Goliath. But Mike, I want to thank you. I want to give a big shout out to all of our fantastic sponsors. We've had some amazing folks following us all season. Text, you guys have been great, letting us know when the power's been out, when the volume's been out. But from an athletic standpoint, the Wildcats are done this year in the 2022-2023 year. Wildcat softball team started off with a regional finals.
Right.
The cross country team had 3 folks qualifying for state. Football team gets back to in a year where it was a complete reload, get to the playoffs, almost had a chance to win actually districts. Both basketball teams make it to the Deepen area.
Right.
The powerlifting team goes out really strong. The cheerleading squad did fantastic this year. They were runners up in state and placed in multiple occasions. Wrestling had state qualifiers.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I know. Golf team, the boys golf team,
track
track team had qualifiers to state on both boys and girls. There's not a 2A school in the state of Oklahoma that can match what happens in Tiny Cashion, America at all.
Agreed.
It's a credit to the families and the parents and the coaches and the commitment that the community has done for those kids, for the resources, for the facilities, to the coaches. And really, if you're a Cashion Wildcat, put on that maroon and gold tonight, tomorrow, wherever you're at. Keep your chest and your head up, because we have the best athletic department in the entire state of Oklahoma.
Absolutely. Well said, Nima. Very well said. And, hey, there will be some Cashion Wildcat TV activity this week. I understand there's a lot of end-of-school activities, so please stay tuned to some things out there. But, man, it was a pleasure bringing it to you, at least from the baseball side, but for Nima for the whole entire year. So great job.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. This has been fun. And if you want to be a part of this funness, is that a word, funness?
Funness? It is. We're going to make it a word. Funness.
You can be an advertiser. Certainly, make sure that we have the equipment, the time. We have to pay to do this, right, to be here. If you want to be an advertiser, please do that, right? So please continue to do that. We have 22 premier platinum sponsors. Let's add on to that so we can continue to do this right. But if you can't give your money, bring your talents and your time.
Please.
Come out. Be a part of football, softball. Mike and I, we love doing this. This is not our jam.
I'm not getting paid
We're not. We're
a single penny.
Yeah, right. So come out. Come out. Be a part of this. Run the camera. Grab the mic.
Yes,
right?
please.
You know, when I get kicked out because I made fun of OSSAA or teams that don't play fall football, come take my headset.
Please.
But please come out. Think about it. Pray about it. Do whatever you need to do. Come out. But if you have any inkling to want to be a part of this, please do so. Come find me. Come find Mike. Come find Chris Gibson. We'll talk to you. We'll help you work through. We want you to be a part of this fantastic experience that we have to be able to bring this to folks all over the country.
Right. Well said. So, unfortunately, it's sad. It's almost like we talk because we don't want to be done.
You are so right.
The Cashion baseball run this year ends in the state semifinals. 5-3, but hey, let's look at the fantastic day. You got a great win against a high-quality Oklahoma team earlier in the day. You honestly had to fight the elements and play 2 in one day when other people don't have to.
Yep.
That may have played a factor. We're not going to make excuses, but that was a high-quality win in the state tournament.
Yep.
This game they battled. Hey, we will be back here next year.
Oh, no doubt. Absolutely no doubt. It'll be trip number 4 for the Wildcats. And when you think of, and I know you're about to close this out, Mike, but think about this. There's nobody out there that's doing what we're doing. There's nobody. Nobody's putting, and I'll just say on the boys' side, I know we've got some great stuff happening on the girls' side for sure, but on the boys' side, there's nobody doing what we've been doing not only this year, but for the last 5 to 6 years in terms of football to basketball and baseball. There's a lot of squads out here. Give them credit. A lot of squads, but they're playing baseball year-round.
Yes, they are.
And they're playing basketball year-round. Wildcats don't do that. We have one of the smallest schools out here in the quarterfinals. Right. Believe it or not, even Oklahoma is bigger than Cashion
yes, they are.
from an ADM perspective. We're one of the smallest schools playing all those sports, and I think if some of these schools actually look up out of getting away from chasing a trophy,
right.
If they pick their heads up and say, what's happening in Cashion? I'll tell you what's happening. We have kids that are able to compete in multiple sports, and that pays dividends in these types of situations, right?
Sure.
So, again, love what we have. We're super blessed in Cashion, and if you're one of those folks that want to keep Cashion small, congratulations. You might win today. You're not going to win forever. This community is going to continue to grow and get better. We're going to continue to find ways to continue to lift these children up and give them the resources, the opportunities to not only succeed on the field, but be safe at their school.
Right.
And definitely you're going to have me and folks like the Shalines that are going to support that in terms of giving back to these kids, because these are memories and growth that they're going to help them here. But these are kids that are going to move back to Cashion. These are going to be future professionals that are learning and experiencing how to win and lose in a good way at Cashion America, and they're going to come back and bring their kids and their families back to Cashion. I hope they do. I hope the town doesn't die. Hey, I hope the town doesn't die.
My family, my wife went to Cashion, and we found our way back.
Yep. So love it there. So, Mike, I'll let you close you out. But, Mike, again, big shout out to everyone. You all have been so gracious to me. I love all of the pats on the back. I don't do it for that, but I appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. It gives me hope in terms of our community and what's going on, and to continue to do whatever I can for these awesome kids and coaches that try to make that represent Cashion on their chest everywhere that they go at the highest level.
Amen. So, hey, on behalf of Nima, on behalf of myself, on behalf of the coaching staff, Coach Mounts, Coach Jay, Coach Wade, great job to these Cashion Wildcats. Thank you to everybody out there. Thank you to Dirk Fippen, who is a huge help on the broadcast as well, interviews, everything. We just want to say thank you for a successful 2023 season, 2023 school year. Hold your head high, Wildcats. There is some positive stuff going on in this community, and we are glad to be a part of it. So leaving here at Seminole State College with a 5-3 loss to the Ampo Panthers, Cashion Wildcats will finish tied for third in the state in Class 2A baseball. So thank you guys for joining us. Until next time, Wildcats, good night.